とってこれ勝ち越しをかけた一戦でもあるんですが、バファローズ勝てば7カードぶりのカード勝ち越し、イーグルスも勝てば6カードぶりのカード勝ち越しということですからね。
どっちもね、気合が入ってくるでしょうね。
そうですね。さあゲーム前一塁がダグアウト。辻コーチが真ん中で声をかけます。バファローズはこの3連戦が終わりますと今度また北海道に飛んでというね、ロードゲーム北海道から所沢という、またこの移動がね、
移動が大変ですよね。
先日ようやくね長い遠征が終わってホームに帰ってきて、3つやってまた遠征に出るという
ですからね。
今シーズンほど地方開催もオリックスの場合多くて、東北の弘前や盛岡、あと九州長崎にも行くというね、北関東前橋もありましたね。
大変ですよね。
さあ両チームの今日のオーダーをご紹介してまいります。まずは三塁側先行のイーグルス、1番に小郷、村林が2番です。1、2番コンビ、クリーンナップが浅村、島内、鈴木大地です。6番に今日平が入ってレフトです。6番、7番には辰巳がセンター、8番スタメンマスクは石原です。ラストバッターセカンド小深田、岸が先発のマウンドに上がります。昨日から少しメンバー変えてきました今井監督です。代わってはバファローズ、先ほどもご紹介しました昨日と同じメンバーで、
同じですね。逆に珍しいですよね。
並べてきましたね。福田、西川の1、2番コンビです。クリーンアップが中川圭太、森友哉、紅林幸太郎、森友哉昨日に続いて DH です。6番にはサード宗、7番にはファースト太田、8番セカンド西野、ラストバッターにはキャッチャーの若月といったメンバーです。斉藤京介先発のマウンド。最近はチームによっては本当にこう試合ごとにメンバー変えてくるチーム多くなってきましたね。
多くなりましたよね。
さあ先発は斉藤。11月の誕生日で、20歳、まだ19歳です。
19歳ですからね。
今年は2年目のシーズンです。今日もファンの皆さんがね、選手を送り出すというヒーローインタビューもあればゲーム前のエンジンに参加する権利も、
もう一生の思い出ですよね。
ヒーローインタビューもそうなんですね。さあ選手が守備に散っていきます。まずは今日のゲームは坂口さん、やはり斉藤投手のピッチング、どんなピッチングするかですね。
特に立ち上がりですよね。緊張感はまだあるでしょうから、ストライクゾーンでね、どんどんコースっていうよりは、もう甘くてもいいんでゾーンで勝負してほしいですよね。
なるほどね。やっぱりどんなピッチャーでも立ち上がりって言いますもんね。
本当に初回とか、2回ぐらいまでですかね、独特なものがあるっていうのは聞きますので、早くね、馴染むというよりは、思い切ってね、初回からどんどん飛ばしてほしいですよね。
昨日先発した曽谷投手は、初回3点失ったんですが、あとイニングインターバルはまたブルペンに戻ってね、投球練習を行ってまた2回のマウンドに向かっていったというね。
いろんなね調整法があると思うんですけどね、早く見つけれるといいですよね。
そうですね。相当緊張感はあると思うんですが、斉藤。とにかく今日は自分の初勝利目指して頑張りたいということ。あとはこの 非常に苦しい状態ではあることは間違いないんでね。
本当にね、こう救世主としてなってほしい投手の一人ですよね。
昨日投げた曽谷投手もね、だんだん状態を上げてきましたからね。守るバファローです。斉藤若月のバッテリー、ファースト太田、セカンド西野、サード宗、ショートには紅林、外野は左から西川、福田、中川圭太、森友哉 DH です。先頭小郷がバッターボックス。1時1分にゲームが始まっています。昨日ツーベース1本の小郷、3試合ぶりのヒットでした。
It's midnight in the Eastern Time Zone. It's 1 p.m. in Japan, which means it's time for the Midnight Matinee. It's baseball time! Time for baseball! Hello, friends and neighbors. Gabe Lerman and Jimbo Bernicki here with you on this beautiful Victoria Day long weekend. Jimbo, of course, like me, is Canadian. Jimbo, how are you doing tonight?
Very, very, very good. Super excited to see the Buffaloes take on the Eagles today, and I think we're going to have a great game here.
Absolutely. What's notable right off the hop is that the starting pitchers have a 20-year difference in age. Starting pitcher for the Buffaloes, Kyosuke Saito, is 19 years old. Starting pitcher for the Eagles, Takayuki Kishi, 39. Twice as old as him. So veteran versus rookie in this matchup. Some familiar faces. We saw the Oryx Buffaloes last month in the Midnight Matinee. This will be the first time the Eagles are showing up this year. And Jimbo, you have to think, neither of these teams were expected to be here. Buffaloes in 5th, Eagles in 4th.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think around 4th is about where we thought the Eagles might be, but the defending champion Buffaloes to be all the way down in 5th is quite the surprise. But I was looking into the standings, and the Buffaloes have a winning record against the Eagles so far this year, so maybe this is a good time to turn it around.
Absolutely. This is the rubber match of a 3-game set. Buffaloes won yesterday 8-3. Eagles won the day before 5-3. Sotani deals to Ogo. High fly ball to right. Nakagawa waits under it. First out recorded for the rookie.
And as we get going here for our international baseball game, we have a very international audience with us today. We've got viewers from California, Brazil, and other Canadian, another guy from Vancouver. Happy to have all you guys here. Sound off from where you are.
Guys from Vancouver and Edmonton, please don't fight over the hockey game. Let's keep it to baseball, please, and let's keep it congenial. Joel Vitor asking, is it possible to subscribe to the PL while living in another country? Absolutely. Unless you're in the European Union, because Pacific League is not compliant with GDPR, you will be able to subscribe. All foreign credit cards are accepted. Visit pacificleague.com for details. It's only 1,500 Japanese yen a month, or approximately $10 US.
It always kind of sounds intimidating when you say 1,500 yen. You know, there's obviously a part of the brain is like, my God, is that $1,500? But no, obviously it's a totally different conversion rate.
Yep. Saito deals to Itsuki Murabayashi. That's bounced well outside for ball 2. Like I mentioned, Saito is a relative rookie. He debuted late in 2023. Has only made 1 start so far this season. Allowed 2 unearned runs over 3 2/3 innings. Murabayashi skies this to center. Fukuda has a beat on it. Long time for it to fall. 2 away quickly. He also struck out 4 and walked 4 in those 3 2/3 innings, so hopefully these quick at-bats will mean a longer appearance for the young Saito. 3rd round selection in 2022's draft. Expect sliders, cutters, curveballs, and forkballs, and a low 150 kilometers per hour for top velo, so low 90s in freedom units. Asamura Gets all of this one. That's going to be launched deep to left, but playable. Caught by Nishikawa. 1, 2, 3 innings. Some loud flyouts, but Saito gets through it. It'll be Fukuda, Nishikawa, Nakagawa coming up for the Buffaloes against the veteran Takayuki Kishi. Get settled in, folks. We're going to be having some fun. So, if you're wondering why I haven't been present in the last couple of podcasts, shameless plug, I was busy getting married. Basically, after the last broadcast, the weekend after the last broadcast, was my bachelor party. I got to see a baseball game from the hotel room attached to the Rogers Center. Then it was the wedding. Then the honeymoon in Amsterdam, where I saw a baseball game. They call it honkbal over there. And now here we are.
Yeah, Mazel Tov on the wedding. I couldn't help but notice that I wasn't invited, though.
Yeah, we tried to keep the guest list short. Sorry.
That we couldn't have any Quebec, Ontario beef going on at the wedding.
As previously mentioned, 39-year-old Takayuki Kishi on the mound. He started against Oryx twice, as you see there, on April 10th and April 17th. Buffaloes lost the April 10th game, but won the 17th. Both games, 6 innings pitched, under 2 earned runs each time. Both times burned once on the long ball. So the crafty veteran is doing his part to keep these Eagles in this matchup. Leading off for the Buffaloes will be Shuhei Fukuda. He was the center fielder for the Pennant Drive and Japan Series champion clubs back in 2022. Lost that spot a little bit to Keita Nakagawa last season, but 390 on base percentage so far this season. Can't say he hasn't been effective.
And while a lot of the Buffaloes have struggled to replicate how good they were offensively last year, he's been one of the standouts with a .314 batting average, good for 3rd in the league right now.
Kishi deals 0-1. Flared away. Fukuda in a hole quickly, 0-2.
And for me personally, I like anybody who holds a bat up that high. I like a good short contact swing.
And that's exactly what you're going to get with Shuhei Fukuda. Fastball inside, ball 1. Shuhei also, it's worth pointing out, there's another player with the exact same name, Shuhei Fukuda. But that Shuhei plays with the Marines. Curveball sent out of bounds. Foul, so Fukuda stays alive.
Isn't Fukuda with the Marines also a center fielder?
I think he's just an outfielder, not a center fielder. 1-2 on the way. Laced into right field, base hit. Ogo is on it quickly, but the leadoff man's aboard for the Buffaloes.
And we see there why he uses that short swing. He gets it right across the plate and pulls it in for an easy base hit.
And moved up to second in the lineup is Ryoma Nishikawa, the big free agent acquisition this season. Joins the team from the Hiroshima Carp. Already has a very nice sounding ONK fan cheer song. That's popped up. Could be playable. Up the line. Ogo's going to give it a look. It's going to have to face Kobukata, and it bounces foul and out of play.
And I noticed there Fukuda ran all the way over to second base. A bit of a risky strategy considering how cashable that seemed.
True, but you also have to keep in mind Fukuda is one of the Buffalo's primary base stealing threats.
Oh, maybe he was already running.
Possibly. Question from East Bay. What's the deal with Masahiro Tanaka? Still dealing with shoulder surgery repair. Still working to come back to full health. 0-1. Change up low. What are you going to be seeing from Kishi in terms of arsenal? As we take a look at yesterday's game, the Buffaloes potted 11 hits against the Eagles, Nishikawa included in that set. What you'll be seeing, circle change, curveball, and slider. The curveball, his most devastating weapon of the bunch. I was also reading Kishi tried to pick up a splitter from his teammate and now closer, Takahiro Norimoto, but dropped it after a year because he couldn't get a feel for it. Got some Eagles fans, a Marines fan in the chat. Where were you a couple of weeks ago?
And as we can see over there from that the camera we were just previously viewing, Fukuda definitely looks like he's inclined to steal right now. So see how that affects the at-bat here.
Roderick just got home from work in time for the PL. Glad to have you here with the Midnight Matinee. Also, oof, shift work. Nishikawa inside outs this one. That's going to be caught by Taida in left field. Bit of an awkward swing there from Nishikawa.
It's almost like a slow-moving cricket swing. Just trying to take up as much space as possible, getting through the batter's zone.
That'll bring up Keita Nakagawa, who you remember from last season walked off these, I think it was even these same Eagles, or was it the Fighters? You know, it was the Fighters in an 11-inning, 1-0 game. It was his bobblehead day, and he was the walk-off hero. So I guess I should mention that Tomoya Mori had a bobblehead sold with some tickets today, so expect him to be a factor in this one. Fastball taken for strike one. Keita Nakagawa, formerly an infielder, moved to outfield and has really become a primary piece of this offense in Oryx. Or in Osaka, I should say. Austin watching his first MPB game. Hey! Glad to have you.
And Austin, I don't know if you know, we have a rule around here where whoever wins this game, that has to be your favorite team.
You gotta pick
you need to get a doctor's note.
That's right. Men in Maroon or the Buffaloes, your choice. Well, not your choice.
Not
Whoever
really
wins.
a choice now.
Nakagawa joined the Buffaloes in 2019. There's that curveball we saw. Nice slow one. Taken for a ball.
It's about as good a ball as you're ever going to see. That was a beautiful pitch. Oh, just outside.
Nakagawa hit 12 home runs last season. A new career high. Being able to keep that OPS above 700, above 750, I should say, for each of the last two seasons. And with Yutaro Sugimoto still injured, Nakagawa's getting some playtime in right field. Defensively, I think that's a really strong outfield between Nishikawa, Fukuda, and Nakagawa. I think you got to look at the Fighters as maybe the only close comparison with Matsumoto, Stevenson, Manami.
Well, that and the first place Hawks, I would say.
Yeah,
With
about
Kondo,
those
Shiko,
Hawks. We're going to
Nagita.
talk about them at some point. There
Well, if
are
you're
other
watching,
games.
once we get the Hawks game, you'll be quite the treat for you to see the best team in the Pacific League.
We already had the Hawks game.
We're gonna have
On the
another.
ground, that's going to be a tough play. Asamuda to second. Kobukata bobbles it. That's going to roll into center field. Fukuda will advance to third. Marked as an error on the third baseman, Hideto Asamuda. There's the shortstop, Itsuki Murabayashi. Let's take another look at this. Nakagawa, that was basically the same hit he used to walk it off last time. Asamuda just short arms the throw, and it gets past Kobukata and into right field. I got it.
Not sure what happened with that throw there. It seems Asamuda hesitated for some reason, and yeah, totally threw his timing off.
I mean, Asamuda is playing third base for the first time this season. He's primarily a second baseman and first baseman, But given the other players in this Eagles organization, Hiroto Kobukata, a defensive stud, being among them, he moved to third base at the recommendation of his manager and former Eagles third baseman himself, Toshiaki Imae. Runners at the corners now for Tomoya Mori. Big swing and a miss over a changeup.
Mori was something of an MVP candidate last year, but he's having a bit of a disappointing season so far with no home runs.
No home runs yet, but 6 for 16 over his last 5 games, so he might be heating up a little bit. DHing today with Kenya Wakatsuki behind the plate to help keep the rookie Saito level and balanced. That'll be deep enough for a sacrifice fly. Nope, will give way to Tatsumi. Fukuda will charge home. Tatsumi's arm is good, not that good. Sacrifice fly for Tomoya Mori. Buffalo's lead, 1-0.
That's a good piece of situational hitting right there. Well, obviously he was going for the home run. He nearly got it. He does at least advance the runner and score some points here in the first inning.
See what I mean when I say bobblehead days are meaningful?
They are blessed.
Oklahoma City. All right, so Zebediah, we're just in the bottom of the first. You're joining us right at the right moment. And Ian, no, there is no Central League TV. The other league is stuck in the 20th century. If you want to watch online, it's Pacific League all the way.
It's the better league anyway.
Absolutely. We got the DH. We formerly employed Shohei Ohtani. Formerly employed Yoshinobu Yamamoto, Masataka Yoshida. You see where I'm going with this.
Darren Schneider asking if we do games regularly. We do one about once a month, but we will get the upcoming games for you here. Ooh.
Oh, good stolen base there by Keita Nakagawa, picking the pocket of Ishihara, the backup catcher for the Eagles. Ishihara does have a very fast pop time. You see here, he had it out of his glove quickly. Murabayashi just late on the tag. Runner at second with 2 down here in the bottom of the first. And I missed this. I should have brought it up earlier. Tomoya Mori was Takayuki Kishi's 10,000th batter faced in NPB. It's a curveball. Kurabayashi will send it deep to right. Ogo has a beat on it, and that will end the bottom of the first. Buffalo strike early on an unearned run. That'll be a single, an error, and a sac fly. Buffalo's lead 1-0 through 1. It'll be Shimauchi, Suzuki, Taida coming up for the Eagles.
So as we get ready for the second inning here, to respond to what Darren was asking before, our next game upcoming is on July the 14th. It'll be a Sunday game, or Saturday, Saturday midnight, Sunday midnight, as it were. As it'll be the not Fukuoka, but the Eagles taking on the Saitama Seibu Lions. Should be a very good game. The Lions have some of the best pitching in the league, and while they are in last place, they are trying to turn it around now.
I was going to say, that has the opportunity to be like a real 1-0, 2-0 kind of game.
But with some great pitching.
Absolutely. There you see Soltani getting set. Can't believe, 19 years old. What goes on in your head at that age, pitching in the pros like this? I mean, we heard about Hiroki Sasaki being like a teenage phenom, and, he just put up, 12 strikeouts over 8 scoreless innings in the last little bit?
Yeah, he had himself quite a good game last time he was out.
I mean, Ian, trust me, I wish Yamamoto stayed with the Buffaloes one more season too, but he had absolutely nothing else left to do after winning 3 straight pitching triple crowns, 3 straight MVPs, 3 straight Sawamura awards. He had beaten the game here. Hiroaki Shimauchi, one of the few holdovers from that 2013 championship club that the Eagles had. still with the team. He started with them in 2012. This is his final year of a 4-year contract. And I just have to... I had to pause to enjoy the cheer song that Shimauchi has. That Koko de Shimauchi, that opening line, which translates to Hit It Here Shimauchi, is so popular and so well known, it'll trend on social media when he does something well, like getting a hit to start off the top of the second.
And we have PRG Hedgehog asking in the chat when the next Fighters game is. I think he means, if he means overall, you can go check out Pacific Week TV for all the games. But we will be live streaming a Fighters game here in August, on August 25th, where we will have the Fighters taking on the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks, and that should be a fantastic game.
Oh, that could be like a 2v1 matchup. Absolutely, Jimbo. How much of a delay is this from the real-time game? Less than 5 seconds, ideally. Daichi Suzuki now up at the plate. First baseman for the Eagles today. See a curveball dropped in by by Saito. No luck. I know, East Bay. I would love to have an interleague game. Interleague season is just around the corner, after all. And a Japan Series rematch, that's one I had circled, but... I mean, my Japanese production crew is hearing it. They have heard it from me before. So far, no luck. Suzuki lined into right at Nakagawa. One away. That was a hard-hit ball. Daichi Suzuki leaning into it. Ryuya Taira, rookie on the team, drafted in the 5th round in 2022. Similar to Masahiro Nishino on the Buffaloes, who are playing second right now, a short king, only 170 centimeters tall. Yeah, and he cites fellow short kings Jose Altuve and Tetsuto Yamada as fellow players he models himself after. Curveball dropped in the dirt. Ball 1. Good block by Wakatsuki.
Kids today, no respect for the classics. He should be citing Dustin Pedroia, the greatest short king there ever was.
I'm sorry. We've had talks about that rat-faced Fink. He knows what he did. Spoken for as an AL East fan, yes.
Yeah, Blue Jays fan and Yankees fan.
Taida's so new to the team, he doesn't have a cheer song just yet. Another line into right field. That's going to find the seats.
I was wondering, how long does it usually take for the fans to come up with a cheer song? Is it yearly, or they get on it weekly?
Usually every year. The cheer sections take a full season, take the off season to practice, write new content. If you're lucky, you can find some of their YouTube accounts if you're good with search terms in kanji and katakana, and you can listen in on them. The Buffalo's Osaka Deep Red Bulls Club, I know for certain posts theirs. Fastball from Saito, count is 1 and 2. You get a good example of Saito's short arm throwing motion. When asked about it, Saito said it just what came naturally to him. You compare that to Takayuki Kishi, who has a very long overhand throwing motion, and it really is a difference of generations, basically. 1-2 on the way, runner at first. Tries the curveball again, no dice. I mean, the cheer sections do have something at least to fill in for new players. They have generic cheers, like this one you're hearing right now. You'll also notice horns. Eagles fans are not allowed to cheer with horns at their own ballpark due to the presence of a hospital nearby, so they only bust them out for the road games.
Let's take another look at that pitch. That was...
Ooh, I think that was low. Wakatsuki's an excellent framer. If he can't sell it, nobody can.
I suppose Tyra does have low knees.
Yeah, see previous comment around short kingness. Saito. Comes set. Full count pitch on the way. Brief pause. Taira gets into this one. Fukuda is being chased. Reaches up and hauls it in. That'll send Shimauchi scurrying back to first base.
And that may not have looked that impressive from first glance, but if you watch here on the replay, you might see that he really made an adjustment in his flight path there for the ball and made quite the good defensive play.
Quick confab among the coaching staff. Included among the coaching staff for the Buffaloes, former major leaguer Sol Taguchi. And I think the general manager of the Eagles is still Kazuhisa Ishii, a former major leaguer himself. Ryosuke Tatsumi now takes a slider outside. Strike one.
Valpix here saying that sporting events are better with brass. I have to agree. Trumpets make
Agreed.
everything, especially sporting events, better.
We got some love for So Taguchi, so hey, maybe you're a Buffaloes fan now. 0-1 on the way, dropped in the dirt. Ryosuke Tatsumi, a very strong defender. 3 straight golden gloves over the last 3 years. Last year he had a .997 fielding percentage and set a new career high in games played. He's also something of a ham. Strike 2 in there with a fastball. There was one YouTube video, I can't find it recently, but it was Tatsumi doing photos and videos for the Jumbotron. And yeah, he was being a dork and pulling goofy faces and dumb poses. So I have a soft spot for the guy, in addition to the top 20 plays highlight reels, which, by the way, will be starting up again now that I'm back from honeymoon. Ooh, first NPB game in person next year. Better make it a Pacific League one. You may be featured on one of our broadcasts, and if not us, then maybe Pacific League TV, or even on our good friends at FTF Sports or WatchDingo.com. I mentioned to you before, Jimbo, you can actually spot me in a Pacific League TV archive broadcast.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I mean, it's 360p, but if you go take a look at, I think it was August 13th, Marines hosting the Golden Eagles. Around the top of the second, Toshiaki Imae, who now manages the Eagles, makes a catch up the third baseline, and there's 2 guys in Blue Jays t-shirts. One of them is me.
That's awesome.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. Saito signs this inning with a K. Only 1 hit, and it's stranded. Buffaloes lead 1-0 through 1.5. Oh no, I spilt water on my scorebook. Ah!
Oh, no.
Must be condensation. It is sticky humid where I'm broadcasting from. Hopefully it's not too bad where you are, Jimbo.
Oh, it's terrible. Montreal gets very humid in the summer very fast, and I'm all right in my little cold box, but the moment I venture out from here, it is awful out there.
Yeah, they haven't turned the AC on here just yet. I got the balcony door open a crack. Speaking of heat, I caught a glimpse of this on the Buffalo's website. Fans at today's game will get a sample of sunscreen. Because it is going to become spring and summer very quickly in Japan, so today's game sponsor is one that sells sunscreen. I mean, you won't need it at Kyocera Dome because the lid does not move.
Yeah, I was gonna say I guess it's a place to hand it out indoors, so people can lather it on and then go outside.
Oh yeah, like I was there, like I said, in August. There's another look at that beautiful cutter Saito threw to fool Tatsumi. Yep, that's a big league reaction right there. Buffalo's manager Satoshi Nakajima looking on.
So I noticed had some good velocity so far this game. There was a pitch earlier that hit 150, which is about 94 in freedom units, as it were.
Yeah, hot and humid. That August. I'm never going to Japan in August again after how hot and humid it was when I was there. There's a reason they got the vending machines every 200 meters. Kishi gets a first strike with a fastball against Yuma Mune. You know him very well if you've seen any of the top 20 plays. Mune grounds it up to first base line. Daichi Suzuki will win the foot race back to the base. Unassisted ground out. If memory serves, Daichi Suzuki's even won a Golden Glove or two. And this is one guy in particular I am excited about. Ryo Ota, playing first base today. Can play anywhere on the infield. I nicknamed him the Phenom in an old version of out-of-the-park baseball because he was just that. He turned into an absolute menace. Of course, that was like 2 or 3 seasons ago. And although he hasn't quite delivered on his promise just yet, he's still very young. 0-1 on the way from Kishi. Fastball in for strike 2. He's also notable for hitting the first pitch home run in Game 7 of the 2022 Japan Series. That one's bounced in the dirt to the backstop.
Kurt Hutchison points out that there's a lot less time between innings, and that's true because we don't have all the ads and TV invasiveness. There's not a million gambling ads every time we're at a half inning.
Yeah, no gambling allowed in Japan. Ooh, check swing. Did he go? First base umpire says, nope, count is 2-2.
You also don't need the pitch clock because, as you see here, both pitchers are making quick work of just getting through their stuff. Oh, man, that is awfully close to being a swing.
Good check there by Ota. 2-2 on the way from Kishi. Sent into the expensive seats. Man, my game notes is like a full paragraph on Kishi. This is how ridiculous of a career he's had. Since starting in 2007 with the Lions. Fastball inside for ball 3 to make the count full. In 2008, he won the Japan Series MVP by throwing 147 pitches in a 10-strikeout complete game shutout of the Giants in Game 4 of the Japan Series. Then 3 days later, pitches 5 2/3 scoreless innings in relief to force Game 7, which the Lions would later win. Like, that's just goofy good. And also,
Yeah,
ouch, my
just
tendons.
That's some Kyotian behavior. Koshian behavior, I should say.
Oh, absolutely. Full count, swing and a miss, strike 3. Ota strikes out swinging. Kishi's got 2 down here in the bottom of the second. And here is the Buffalo's short king, Masahiro Nishino, only 5'5".
Sorry, I just couldn't help but laugh the way Ota.
Sorry,
looked back at
5'6". My bad.
Ota looked back at the umpire like, I didn't swing on that. He was surprised that was a strikeout somehow.
33-year-old has been with the Buffaloes his entire career. Having a very good season for him. 360 on-base percentage. Changeup. Evens the count at 1s. Baseball lover? Absolutely. The tie is a good thing in baseball. It's only because Americans are allergic to them that MLB doesn't have them. I mean, I'd love to get a broadcast in at a countryside game. See one at like Hotomoto Kobe or Okinawa. But hey, if you want to see those, watch dingo.com for the live stream, or pacificleague.com if you missed the live version and want to catch it on tape delay.
Those of you who don't know what they mean by countryside games, that sometimes throughout the year teams will go away from their own home park and play in a smaller park at a different part of the country to give those fans a chance to see the team play. And I think it's a beautiful tradition that it would be really cool if American teams did.
I mean, yeah, there's some states that are, blacked out by 5 different MLB teams? It'd be nice if one of them showed up. Anyways, no blackouts on Pacific League TV. Through 2 in the midnight matinee, it's Buffaloes 1, Eagles nothing. That sounds vaguely Pac-Man-ish. The problem is because we're broadcasting remotely, we can't see what's going on the Jumbotron. So we mentioned Interleague coming up, and if you subscribe to Pacific League TV, you will be able to watch all the Interleague games hosted at the PL ballparks. So this is the best way to watch your Central League teams. Pacific League will be hosting games May 31st through June 2nd and June 11th to June 16th. You can subscribe just for the Interleague period as well at a discount. I mean, me personally, Jimbo, I'm circling that June 11th to 13th series because it's a Japan Series rematch. Buffaloes hosting Tigers at Kyocera.
For me, I'm looking forward to seeing the Hawks play the Giants because I think that's going to be a probable Japan Series matchup for this year, which the Hawks will win, naturally.
Oh, yeah, this isn't the 2010s anymore, man. Okay, no, you raise a good point. The gap between the Hawks and the second place fighters is the same as the gap in games between first and last in the other league. The Hawks have built up one heck of a lead in the Pacific League pennant race so far this season.
I don't want to spend too much time on them because we are covering a different game, but man, they have been so good this year. If you want to see great baseball being played, get a subscription to Pacific League TV and check out these Hawks games. They are nuts.
Here's Ishihara, the catcher for the Eagles. Hikaru Ota is getting the day off, so Ishihara gets the call behind the bump.
Darren Schneider asking about the Pacific League TV subscription. If you go look up Pacific League TV, we have this. It's its own site with its own service. And when you sign up there, you get access to all the games. They're not all in English like these are. We do these as a community thing. You can watch every game on the site there.
And that includes farm team games. Oh, beautiful curveball there by Saito. So you can watch up-and-comers, including farm team games against the farm teams of the other league, and even the 2 unaffiliated new farm teams that just started up this season in Niigata and Shizuoka. Slider down, 2-2 the count. Ishihara's interesting. He hit his first pro home run on April 2nd of this year, and has since added 2 more. That actually puts him among the leaders in this game. Big swing and a miss for strike 3. 2 Ks on the day for Saito. And that'll bring up Hiroto Kubukata, first round selection in 2019. Last season led the Pacific League in triples with 6 and stolen bases with 36. So you'd expect, hey, shouldn't he be leading off? I think I see what Toshiaki Imae, the manager of the Eagles, is doing here. He's treating Kobukata as a second leadoff man. Because Yuya Ogo, the actual leadoff man, has speed and power. You figure if Kobukata can get on, turn the lineup over, it'll be that much more effective. But Wakatsuki will just make the catch here, second out of the inning. And I know we talked all over Yuya Ogo's at bat to start things off. We gotta bring him up now. Last season hit 10 home runs and stole 13 bases. Only Shuta Tonosaki of the Lions had double digits in both those categories. So he's a bit of a stealing threat, bit of a power threat. Bats here with the bases empty and 2 down. Nice curveball there from Saito. I think with DAZN, I don't think they have the rights outside of Japan, Ian, so we can't condone using any sort of bypassing around that, please. Ian, consider this a bit of a timeout warning. 1-1 on the way. Ogo laces it the opposite way. That's going to find the netting. Saito waits for his defense to reset. And that cheer song Ogo has is kind of unique. The Eagles are reusing it from a former player from that Japan Series Championship, Shintaro Masuda, just with new lyrics. Ogo said he dreamed of having a cheering song, and, well, he got his wish. Bounced in the dirt for ball 2. And you've recognized him quite a bit on the top 20, now top 10 plays this season. He's got a bit of a defense talent now, too. Oh, Joshua Pacman, high for Premier 12 coming up. That's right. Ogo sends this to center field. Fukuda will play it on a hop. And Ogo is aboard here in the bottom of the third with 2 down. And you see how high the hop is off that turf here at Kyocera Dome. If memory serves, only 2 ballparks in all of the Pacific League have natural grass. Escon Field Hokkaido and Rakuten Mobile Park Miyagi.
Man, now if you want to talk about a beautiful baseball stadium, Escon Field is a modern marvel. Like a cathedral
yes.
of baseball. Well, yeah,
I'm so glad we were able to broadcast the first win in Escon Field Hokkaido history. The archive of that live stream is still here up on this channel, and you can watch me blow out my microphone wishing everyone good night. Ian asking, has Roki played a game yet? He pitched like in the last week. I don't think he's on Sasaki Sundays anymore. 0-1 on the way to Itsuki Murabayashi. He was... If we get a close-up on his face, take a good look. His teammates say that his face looks like a kabuki actor.
Interesting.
I think it's something to do with the eyes.
Yeah, he does have a very sort of... I don't know what the word is, but they're right. I got that.
If he does like a kabuki pose in his at-bat, I may have to do a proper yo. Slightly offensive, sorry. 2-1 the count. I remember at one point I was looking to get like the wooden blocks they bang together. They're called hyoshigi, but I was not able to locate them last time I was over there in Japan.
Have you ever been to a kabuki show?
No, but I actually saw one online. I think the University of Colorado's Japanese Studies Department has one called the Medicine Cellar, available as a English kabuki play.
That's really interesting. I might look into that.
Murabayashi grounds out, so through 2.5, Saito's throwing up zeros. It'll be Wakatsuki, then top of the order for the Buffaloes, as we get a good look at Marwin Gonzalez in the bullpen. This is one of those inter-inning tidbits that I just had to bring up, because Marwin Gonzalez is not starting today's game. Earlier today, there was a fan vote revealed for Best Beard on the Buffaloes. Marwin Gonzalez won that fan vote. Jimbo, do you have any ideas who the others in that fan vote might be?
Well, the first person that came to mind that I was surprised he beat was Mune.
Yeah, Mune second.
Other than that, no one really came to mind for me.
Oh, come on. Hirano?
I guess I need to see his face.
Well, if it gets into a safe situation, you might. Hirano finished third, Tomoya Mori fourth, Andres Machado, new foreign team member, fifth.
There seems to be some sort of children-related activity today at the ballpark. Like, we've seen a lot of kids in the stands, and there was some stuff with them pregame singing the anthem. So
that was a very good PA. That was smooth, man. I'm jealous.
That was him?
Yeah. You're right. There is some sort of fan appreciation going on. So kids were taking the field during starting lineup announcements. Kids can participate in the hero interview, take over the PA. That guy sounds like a pro, though.
Yeah,
I'm jealous. Kenya Wakatsuki, catcher for the Oryx Buffaloes.
Sort of strategically speaking, the inversion of Kobukata, where just the guy you got to have bat ninth.
True, but his defense definitely makes up for it. He's been an Oryx Buffalo since 2014 and has been a key contributor defensively, winning best battery with Yoshinobu Yamamoto a couple seasons in a row.
And wasn't he also the Gold Glove and catcher last season, if I recall correctly?
I think you do. Here's yesterday, potting an RBI. Wakatsuki has been busy. His best season was, of course, 2022. Launched into center field. Base hit. But he was the backup behind Torai Fushimi. Last season was his first as a primary catcher for the Buffaloes, with Tomoya Mori taking more games as DH. So Wakatsuki aboard, and that'll bring up Shuhei Fukuda for the second time. He got a single and scored in the first inning.
So that Ty Cobb type grip.
Yep. One of his quotes that I like is, he focuses a lot on making sure he has enough sleep to be at his best for every single game. So even though he's getting his snooze, we clearly are not. Jimbo and I are staying up late.
Of me.
Oh yeah, you've been going through the ringer a little bit lately, Jimbo.
Yeah, let's not. Yeah, I don't want to focus on it. I will start falling asleep on the mic, but yeah, I'm all right. I'll get through this.
Two other games going to be starting up in about 12 minutes. The Chiba Lotte Marines are hosting the Hokkaido Nipponham Fighters, Kazuya Ojima versus Hiromi Ito. That's going to be a fun one. And over in Fukuoka, Ozaki, Tomohisa Ozaki, and the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks will be hosting possible Rookie of the Year winner, Natsuki Takeuchi, and the Saitama Seibu Lions. Those games will be starting up shortly. Tune into WatchDingo.com for commentary-less free simulcasts if you're in North America, or subscribe to Pacific League TV to catch the rest of it. Fastball pumped in for strike one. Castro caught something. Shuhei Fukuda has the Sakura Wars music for his walk-up. And apparently he wasn't aware of it when it first was played for him. He was not aware Sakura Wars was a thing. Got a bit of a battle here against Kishi. 3-1 count. Neither pitcher has offered a walk yet, which is a big improvement over Saito's last start, where again he issued 4 walks against 4 strikeouts. Fukuda squares. Akatsuki at first, not much of a base stealing threat. Hit sharply on the ground to the first baseman, Suzuki. On to first for one. Back to second. First. Double play! Suzuki and Kobukata playing a little catch. 3-6-3. Twin killing. Or as they call it in Japan, get two. That was close. Fukuda is fast. And I do like how the umpire had to hold up the punch-out to avoid smacking Kenya Wakatsuki in the head.
Well, Wakatsuki made a weird move there where he like turned around immediately and almost got in the way of the throw.
I think that may have been intentional. A little gamesmanship there by Kenya Wakatsuki.
Huge break on that curveball there.
Ryoma Nishikawa picked up a Best 9 award last season, his final one with the Hiroshima Carp. Career OPS of 775. This season so far, stuck down around the 515 area as of a couple days ago. So, bit of a struggle season. Maybe new digs, new team struggle to adjust, but Nishikawa is too talented of a player to be stuck down there for too long. And like you said, Jimbo, Mori's in a slump too. This team can handle one of those two guys being off, not both. And Tongu is out with an injury as well, so he's not even with the club.
Yeah, the offense has sputtered a lot for the Buffaloes so far this season, so that's why they find themselves down in 5th. But they still have all the talent in the world compared to every other team in the Pacific League, so still a lot of baseball to play.
Especially when it comes to preventing runs. If I'm not mistaken, they're 2nd or 3rd in runs against. They're just 5th in runs scored. I mean, yesterday's game definitely helped. More big breakout games would be beneficial. So Nishikawa aboard, Keita Nakagawa now up at the plate. And that will be popped up. Asamura has a read on it. That'll end the bottom of the 3rd. 2 hits, no runs score. And so through 3, Buffalo still cling to a 1-0 lead here in the midnight matinee. Man, it's not even 1 a.m. yet. We're making good time.
Yeah, no, the pitchers have been expeditious in their work, and the fighters, the hitters, like the idea of calling batters fighters, something fun there. Oh, let's get some fun fan interactions now.
Looks like we gotta keep your pose up. Gotta match it. Good luck. Some sort of matchup with Mune. So I also find it fun whenever the Eagles and Buffaloes play each other because, Jimbo, you know that these two teams sort of have a shared history and a shared birth almost.
That's true. Yeah, there's sort of like this weird parallel, like synth. Like I don't even know how to describe it, but you're right.
I don't want to say mitosis, but for those of you who don't know, back in 2004, the Oryx Blue Wave and the Kintetsu Buffaloes merged to form the team we now know as the Oryx Buffaloes. Since you can't have a league with an odd number of teams, makes scheduling a living nightmare, the NPB expanded for the first time ever, thus creating the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles, who are now celebrating their 20th anniversary this year. Here's the team captain, Hideto Asamura, 4 home runs on the season so far. He sits at 298 career home runs. He gets all into this one. That's deep into left field on the track. Hauled in by Nishikawa. He almost had 299 there.
I was going to say just a couple feet short.
Man, that could have been prophetic. If only I had such powers. First pitch swinging, Asamura being aggressive, trying to bamboozle Saito. Nishikawa able to recover that one.
Though he is a bit down this year, Osmore is definitely one of the most entertaining batters to watch in the Pacific League. Really outstanding player. And would have been great if we saw that home run.
When it comes to players still left from the 2013 Japan series, Shimauchi's one of them. Takero Okajima, fellow outfielder, is as well. Masahiro Tanaka, the third. Takahiro Norimoto, the fourth. That's about it, if memory serves. Fastball outside, catches a corner for strike one. I mean, one of them who hung around till last year was my homeboy, Ginji. But Ginji finally hung up the cleats. Eigo Tomogi is my new homeboy.
Your new Ginji.
Well, also, I think the Eagles have another player named Ginji Maeda, or am I thinking of or is he a Buffalo? I'm checking. Yes, he is an outfielder for the Eagles, so the Ginji continues. Getting Ginji with it. I will stop.
Ooh. Punch out there.
Shimauchi strikes out. Third K of the game for Saito.
Looks like a nice little two-seam fastball there, just cutting in.
That cutter is one of the main pitches that Saito throws. I know some players have more detailed pitch mix, percentages available publicly online. Saito's not one of them, simply because of how new he is as a player. Joel saying that they only use credit cards issued in Japan. I haven't had an issue with that in the past. If you are running into issues, though, feel free to leave a comment in the community post here on the channel. And we'll do our best to try and diagnose the issue.
Yeah, personally, I've used my credit card from Canada, and I didn't have a problem.
Daiichi Suzuki started with the Marines back in 2012, signed with the Eagles as a free agent in 2020. Famous for that compact swing. It's led him to 3 Best 9 nominations, a Golden Glove, and 4 All-Star noms. 1-1 on the way from Saito. Fastball high. 2-1. Not G, just signing up 10 minutes ago. Hey! Way to go! The PLTV hive grows. Another fastball high. Wakatsuki can't get the frame job. Ball 3. Another thing I caught when I was reading up on Daiichi Suzuki, he shares a name with a gold medalist swimmer from the Seoul Olympics. 3-1. Lined hard but foul. Count is full. Daiichi was a bit touchy about it for a while, but he's fine. He's fine with it now. Not G, Marines fan thanks to the unwritten rule of the channel. Absolutely. Could have a bunch more Buffaloes fans starting up today. Full count on the way. Suzuki, another compact swing, this time rewarded with a hit in front of Nakagawa. 2-out single for Daiichi. Well, speaking of the Premier 12, a number of the guys you're seeing here participated in that, including the Eagles starter Takayuki Kishi, and I'm pretty sure Tomoya Mori was a part of that roster too. I know Asamura was for sure. Ryuya Taira now. 5th round draft pick in 2022. Made his first NPB start only 10 days ago. And got his first NPB RBI 2 days later at Belluna Dome against the Lions. As you can see, small sample size, 3 for 11 so far. but has 3 RBIs already. One 0 on the way from Saito. Tries a breaking ball, low for ball 2. 57 pitches so far for Saito. But this equals his longest start of the season. If he pitches into the 5th, it'll be his longest career start. Fastball pumped in for strike 1.
And you got to say, he's been pitching really well. Got a couple strikeouts, no walks as far as I can remember, and keeping all damage under control.
That's right. He has no walks, 3 strikeouts so far. Camera guy adjusting just a little bit. Thank you. Taira set. Saito. Brief pause. Fastball inside. Called strike 2.
Saito has such a statuesque disposition before he throws. It always makes me wonder if something happened to the stream.
Yeah, well, we had one hiccup once already, but so far it's been buttery smooth. Part of me wonders if it's my internet as well, because I recently upgraded to fiber internet. 2-2 on the way. Chopped on the ground. Over to third. Mune goes the distance. Beautiful throw. The cannon arm gets to flex a little bit. And just like that, Saito has hung up another 0. Oh no, is it a Lion King cam now?
Oh, it always scares me when those come up. It's gonna get us taken
Don't
off
drop anyone. Don't drop anyone. I mean, they're not even playing the Lions. Oh, we mow it. Oh, we mow it. Oh, we mow it.
This is always what's going to get us in trouble. We'll start singing it and hopping along.
Yeah, I know. I can't. Have to resist the DMCA temptation. I'm going to quickly fire off a tweet. Remind folks that we're going here.
As you see here, there's a lot of community outreach in the Japanese games, and also so many cute little adorable mascots, from the team mascots themselves to certain regional ones. It's super cute. I love it.
Yes, the Ponta mascot for the Buffaloes in particular has his own dedicated following. I think he represents an Oryx loyalty points program. But he's often seen in tweets and social media after the games reacting to the score.
And Jonathan asking, don't Buffaloes kill Mufasa? No, I believe it's wildebeests.
Yeah, it was wildebeests. Kishi, 47 pitches so far through 3 innings, so bit of a pitch count issue, but you know what? The results have been good. He's only made really one mistake, and it wasn't even him. It was Hideto Asamura with that bobbled, or that biffed throw. Fastball in for strike 1. The rap sheet on Tomoyamori is long as well. 2019 Pacific League MVP, 4 Best 9 awards, batting title in 2019 as well, 6 All-Star nominations, and a member of the 18 and under Baseball World Cup team that won silver in Taichung. If I'm not mistaken, Kenya Wakatsuki was also on that team. No national team appearances since 2018, though, so he's missed out on the double or triple gold club. I have tried to replicate Tomoyamori's batting stance with that ridiculous hovering leg kick, and I keep losing my balance.
Independent of that, I think I would just tear my back out trying to swing like that. Swinging out of your cleats every time.
It is a little violent, yeah. I mean, you look at Hotaka Yamakawa as another guy who has that hover leg and then just swing the whole dang body through. 1-2 on the way from Kishi. Chopped, that's going to roll foul, and also it bounced off Mori at least twice. Mori was 2023's big free agent acquisition, trying to fill the offense and the hole in the offense left by the departure of Masataka Yoshida. And he helped fill that gap, but the problem is he's not an outfielder. That's where Ryoma Nishikawa comes in. And it's good to see Oryx throw some money around. 1-2 on the way from Takayuki Kishi. Bounced somewhere tender on the umpire. He didn't flinch. Cup check.
Man of Steel.
Well, certain parts of steel anyway. As we creep past 1 in the morning. Kishi, 1-2 on the way. Low and outside with a fastball. 2-2 the count. So no teams really like tank in NPB, which is one of the things I adore about it. Swing and a miss from Mori. Big K for Kishi. Second of the game for him.
Well, yeah, because tanking serves no purpose in the NPB because of the way the draft system works, where
Absolutely.
everyone gets their own pick. Well, everyone makes the same pick at the same time in the first round, and if you pick the same thing as somebody else, you raffle it off. So tanking doesn't get you anything if it just gets you the same chance for the top prospects.
And also, I feel like there's some like Japanese work ethic stuff of always trying to do your best, gambare and all that stuff. There's that curveball outside for ball 1 against Kotaro Kurebayashi.
What's nice is that the fans usually return in kind, where you have the Lions, who are the worst team in the Pacific League right now, ranking standing wise, and they still have plenty of attendance at home at every game because the fans still appreciate and respect the team trying.
And it's cyclical too. You see there, Kurebayashi 2 for 4 against Kishi so far in the young season. Because the Buffaloes went worst to first from 2020 to 2021. And then off to the races with this Oryx decade so far. 1-2 on the way. Kurebayashi will send it foul. Last year was his breakout campaign, Kotaro Kurebayashi, winning All-Star and Best 9 awards at shortstop. He's been able to keep up the pace and the results so far this season.
Also, if I recall correctly, had himself quite a good playoff run through the Pacific League Climax Series. Right, I was referring to him as Oryx's Derek Jeter for a period.
Yes, unlike Derek Jeter, Kurebayashi can actually field shortstop. On the ground to Murabayashi, and Itsuki will erase Kotaro.
I find it so confusing, Murabayashi and Kurebayashi, because not only are the names similar, they're very similar players too.
Both shortstops, both similar ages.
Both great defenders and very solid hitters. It's uncanny, really.
Speaking of great defenders, Yuma Mune. I've brought up this story multiple times, but I always find it interesting that when he joined the Buffaloes in 2015, he started as an outfielder, but he joined the Australian Baseball League one off-season, and that's when he converted to third base and really found his niche. Like Ryosuke Tatsumi in center field for the Eagles, Mune has won 3 consecutive Golden Gloves at third base. And also picked up an All-Star nomination back in 2022. I was debating who to get on a jersey, on a home jersey for the Buffaloes. Mune, I feel like, is a good fit, and I do like how he plays. Gets on this curveball, but sends it foul. Just missed it. Saito getting loose over on the side. Another distinctly Japanese thing. Getting loose when there's 2 outs. Kishi, the 1-2 on the way. Laced into left center field. That will fall for a base hit in front of Taira. Mune's aboard with 2 down.
That was a nice patient bit of hitting there. You see he just kind of sits on that and slaps it to the other field. Nice bit of offense.
Ryo Ota, first baseman. Strikeout victim in his first at-bat. With Tongu either unavailable or injured, have to go with a different first baseman, and Ota's number got called. Big swing and a miss over a curveball.
You can't
That
help but
curveball-
wonder how- Sorry, go on.
That curveball is what Takayuki Kishi is best known for. In particular, he threw it a lot against the Giants, and on that national stage, he earned his fame. Go ahead.
Oh no, sorry, I was just waiting for the next pitch. I was gonna say Oda replacing Tongu with Tongu out. It's probably leading to a lot of what the Buffalo's struggles are on offense, because he was the batting champ last year. Had a great breakout season, and yeah, they're definitely missing him.
I mean, Tongu does have a 106 WRC plus, so he is batting above league average. But with both Mori and Nishikaba below that figure, yeah, that's one of the reasons why the Buffalo's bats have gone a little noodly. Hey, still leading 1-0. Ocha's going to send this one deep to right field. Ogo's going to give it a look, but there's the foul ball whistles. The cicadas of summer in Japanese baseball. Agree with you, Jonathan. Buffaloes have the best jerseys. I'm wearing one right now. I got this 2 seasons ago. It's their navy road uniform. And on the back, your ace of aces, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Oh, 2 on the way to Ota. Ishihara tries to get another stolen base caught stealing, but it's Mune successfully advancing to second.
And now, just like that, even though he's at 1-2 in the count, this becomes an RBI opportunity here for Ota, and gives the Buffaloes a nice chance to extend their lead.
That's right. Oh, Nachi getting one of the Summer Marines jerseys. Those are a tight fit. The Marines have not missed with their summer jerseys. Not once.
I really wanted one of the Hawks summer jerseys from last year, but they were so expensive, but they were so nice.
The teal ones?
Yeah. The teal ones there were those black golden ones. Oh, they were.
Oh, yeah, the double anniversary ones.
Yeah.
Those were sweet.
Those are beautiful.
Speaking of sartorial sense, 1-2 on the way. I would love to get one of this year's Rakuten Maroons, the away uniforms. Adding the white piping onto the uniform really helps make it look more like a complete jersey, I think. Because last season it was just like plain maroon. A little plain.
No, yeah. The white line is a nice touch.
Mune dancing off second. 2-2 the count to Ota. Foul and out of play.
And by the way, if you can't get enough of us and would like to hear us talk more about not only Japanese baseball, but the uniforms and other goings-on through the news, we also have a podcast we do weekly here on the channel, and check that out. There have been some delays, because lately we've had, Gabe was getting married, and we've also had some personal stuff going on, but we're going to get back to it regularly, and yeah, it's a great way to keep up with the channel and keep up with what's going on in the Pacific League.
As well as our familiar faces in local places. We keep tabs on Yoshida, Otani, Darvish, all those guys. Fastball low, even makes the count full. Mune at second. Ota trying to work his way aboard to give Nishino and Wakatsuki something to work with here in the bottom of the fourth. An insurance run would be nice. I noticed in the chat earlier, Pierre G. Hedgehog mentioning 2022 had 4 no-hitters and 1 perfect game. Kishi does have a no-hitter to his name, but it was back in 2014. Ota strikes out swinging, looks skyward for an answer. I think the answer is you got beat, son. Old man Kishi going toe-to-toe with the feisty youngster Saito, who now enters his longest start of his career as he begins the top of the 5th. Through 4, it's Buffaloes over Eagles 1-0 here in the Pacific League Midnight Matinee.
And coming around about halfway through the game here, just to remind everyone, our next game coming up is July 14th. So that'll be another Saturday/Sunday game, where it will be the same Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles taking on the Saitama Cebu Lions. And as we were talking about before, that should be one heck of a pitching matchup. And yeah, we hope to see you there.
It is a shame that the scheduling worked out that we don't have a game throughout all of June, but again, Interleague eats an entire 3 weeks of the schedule. That's the only time Central and Pacific League teams will play each other. Very much fun in terms of being a fan, because they always do something special. The team that wins, quote-unquote, the Interleague championship will actually receive a cash bonus to each player, and there will even be an Interleague MVP.
And then we will also have the All-Star game coming up. It's probably not too long from now either.
That's right. Here's the line on Kyosuke Saito so far. 60 pitches through 4 innings. 3 hits, 3 Ks, no walks. No runs either. Beautiful start so far for the latest product of the Oryx pitching lab. Not enough that they got, Yamaoka, Tajima, Shunpeita Yamashita, Hiroya Miyagi, Yuki Utagawa, Soichiro Yamazaki, and as mentioned in the chat, Ren Mukunoki. Now they got, and Ryusei Soltani too. Now they got Kyosuke Saito contributing.
Yeah, the Buffaloes seem to have some sort of lab somewhere in Osaka where they're growing these guys.
I mean, the Kyoto Dome does look like a UFO. There may be alien technology involved.
Ooh, interesting. And didn't they have a player on their team nicknamed the Alien, or am I thinking of a different team?
No, you're absolutely right. That was Yoshio Itoi. Former fighter, too, actually.
I would love to see the Buffaloes lean into like a bit more of like an extraterrestrial sort of aesthetic.
Well, I mean, they did have the Galaxy print summer jerseys back in like 2015, 2014.
Oh, I've never seen that. I should look into that. That sounds fun.
Ryosuke Tatsumi, the center fielder, fouls one off his foot. Actually, fouls it off multiple body parts there. Count is 2-1.
And yeah, Joshua Pac-Man, the Interleague really is, it's like a special, specific time in Japan. It's just 1 month, everyone gets it out of the way, everyone goes home and away. And then, yeah, there's a special prize given out to the team that does the best.
Tatsumi is going to send this to the left center gap. That could be trouble. That's going to be caught by Nishikawa. Long run for Ryoma Nishikawa, but showing off some of that golden glove. 1 out. And just like that, a new career high in innings pitched per start for Kyosuke Saito. Tips his cap to his left fielder. Of course, Nishikawa, the first Buffalo to wear number 7 since Masataka Yoshida left. Whoa, that is a big cut from a big man in Ishihara.
It was a floating curveball that he tried to send into the stratosphere and just ended up drilling himself into the ground there. That was incredible.
Kind of looks a little bit like a right-handed Tomoya Mori if you squint.
I was thinking
Same
that
leg
too.
kick. Actually, I was reading this up. Because of his stoutly stature, let's call it, he was nicknamed his high school's equivalent of Dokaben, which is a manga character who plays catcher and is similarly squat. I mean, He backs it up with that kind of home run power swing. 0-2 on the way. Fastball sailed high.
He looked like he was going to go for that one too. He really wants to. He wants a home run right now. Koski eyeing him down, trying to figure out how do you pitch around this.
I don't know, just take a step outside, maybe he'll swing. Breaking ball dropped. Ball 2.
Awfully good looking pitch to me. I was kind of wonder if that wasn't dropped, that might have been a strike.
It was a little low. Wakatsuki can only do so much, even as one of the game's best pitch framers. It is so apt that the Buffaloes have a Mercari app, or ad, on the side of their helmets, as Ishihara strikes out for the second time today.
And
because Lord knows I have purchased too much stuff from Mercari lately.
This C. Harvey is saying, is this the old guy who has about 500 home runs, or am I thinking of somebody else? I'm pretty sure that's Takeo Nakamura.
And he's on the Lions, yeah.
Yeah, but also similarly very large fellow. And just hit his, I think, 498th home run the other day. He's getting up there towards 500.
Kobukata sends it deep to right field. That's going to chase back Nakagawa. On the track, he makes the play. One pitch for the final out. Quick fifth inning from Saito. We could be seeing something special here from this kid. Halfway home, Buffaloes lead 1-0. And yeah, Takeya Nakamura's nickname is Okawari-kun. That translates to second helpings.
Just taking a quick look around the league here. And the Lions are up on the Hawks, surprisingly. And on our other game, the Marines are leading the Fighters 2-0. Top of the second.
大阪代表バファローズ高校を2年連続3回目での開催が決定しました。
はい、最終日の16日は特別応援として大阪桐蔭高校吹奏楽部の参加が決定。
I understood some of those words. I think this is something to do with an interleague series coming up against the Swallows with Osaka Toei, the legendary high school from Koshien, going to be visiting.
一緒に盛り上がりましょう。
For those of you who don't know what the Koshien is, it's every year there's 2 tournaments, I believe.
Yeah, the Senbatsu and the Koshien tournament. It's like March Madness, but for high school baseball. The entire country stops to watch. The Tigers, who normally play in Koshien, get booted out of their own ballpark for 3 weeks.
And yeah, it is just magnificent to watch. We don't have that here, obviously, on PLTV, because that's high school baseball, completely different. But if you can find it to watch, it's really good stuff.
Holy smokes, we got a viewer from Sweden. Good morning, sir. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Masahiro Nishino, Kenya Wakatsuki, and then Shuhei Fukuda up against Takayuki Kishi.
Yeah, and Valpix is saying it's almost bigger than March Madness. It is sort of like a combination between March Madness and like college football in the Deep South. Like it really is just huge.
Nishino has been a member of the Buffaloes his entire career. Although he hasn't really had much of a strong bat. He's always been a part-time player. Quick flip by Daichi Suzuki to Kishi to erase Nishino. Or rather, his role has faded a little bit. Nishino started all 143 games in 2016. But since then, with the arrival of guys like Hideo Ota, Marwin Gonzalez, he is taking more of a secondary role, but he doesn't mind. I've noticed that that's a thing, that there will be players who stay with a club long-term, even if they have a part-time role, like Kodai Sano or Takahiro Okada with the Buffaloes. T. Okada, as his jersey says.
Well, generally speaking, as we've seen, the loyalty to teams is a lot more common in the MPB. So when you like a guy and you like him on the team, it's a pretty good chance he's going to stay around for a long time, though there is player movement, obviously.
Wakatsuki also has a pretty strong throwing arm from behind the plate. His pop time is 1.9 seconds. That's right back through the box. Wakatsuki with his second hit of the day. His career high home run, or he did hit a new career high in both doubles and home runs last season. 14 doubles, 6 home runs. So no one's accusing him of having the strongest bat. But also, as a fielder, a 997 fielding rate, yeah, we'll take that any day. And I stand corrected, 3 Best Battery Awards. All 3 times with Yoshinobu Yamamoto, so chemistry bonus right there. Shuhei Fukuda, 1 for 2 today, grounded to a double play, but also hit a single and scored the game's first and so far only run back in the top of the first.
I think you got to love a guy who plays leadoff, center field, high-speed guy who wears number 1. Just a good aesthetic about that, Got to respect that.
Yeah, that is very aesthetically pleasing. All right, bit of a side question. Jimbo, if you were in a baseball league that had jersey numbers, what jersey number would you be wearing?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'm trying to remember, what did I wear when I was a kid? I think I wore 27 when I played in high school, and it's like Vladimir Guerrero's number, and I like Vlad a lot. So yeah, why not? 27. 27 is fun. What about you?
5 or 55. I don't know why I've always felt an attachment to that number. So if 5's taken, I'll go to double 5s.
Yeah, now in like football, I like 77, but there's something about high numbers like that in baseball that are just kind of weird sometimes.
And you're talking about a league that will give players triple-digit jersey numbers if they're signed to a development contract. As Shuhei Fukuda becomes a strikeout victim, Kishi's starting to rack up the Ks. That's his 4th.
It's a bit of a random aside. In cricket, some cricket leagues, players can just wear whatever number they want. Like, there's some guys who will wear like 421 because it was his highest score one day.
I do like that numbers 0 and 00 are commonly worn in Japan. Kobukata, the second baseman for these Eagles, wearing 0 right now. Haruto Watanabe, defensive substitute outfielder for the Buffaloes, uses 0. Takashi Ogino, of course, for the Marines.
You know what? With that in mind, actually, 0 is the way I'm going. I didn't even consider 0. 0 is the coolest number in sports. If you're on a league that lets you do 0, you gotta have 0. I think.
If you're in a league that lets you do 0, you gotta try for the double 0 then. Yeah, and for the Buffaloes, thank you, Kiyomi Matic. Good to see you. Anderson Espinoza wearing the double 0s for the Buffaloes this season.
He's been great. He's been fantastic. I was hoping we'd get his game, but we've gotten a great matchup so far here.
Absolutely. I remember before 0 and 00 got banned from NHL, one of the last goalies to wear 00 was Martin Biron. Biron, 2-round, 00. Valpic's like, they should let me use E or pi.
Ooh, I like that. Just letters.
Well, no, like irrational numbers.
Oh, okay. Oh, that'd be no. I like the
Fractions.
I like the idea of letters. You can just have like 2 letters. Like I just have JA.
Go hexadecimal. Wear number EF.
Ooh,
C3.
X would be the coolest. A player wearing X would be the coolest player in the league, automatically.
Don't tell Elon Musk that.
Oy vey. That's what gets us taken down.
Yeah, that's what's going to get my X account locked.
Was using X. Actually, you know what? On that subject, everyone in chat, if you had a number, what would your number be if you wanted to play in a league? Obviously, pick anything. Even go for triple digits. Why not?
Oh yeah, the Bill Veck prank batter who wore a fraction jersey number because he was only 3 feet tall and he walked in his only at bat.
Ah, yes, right.
Eddie Gadel, I think his name was. Nishikawa having himself a battle here with Kishi.
Ooh, I like 9. Good striker number for football. Also, I like 999. That's fun too.
Yeah, single 9, also has big fame in hockey as well.
It's interesting how I feel the other sports have that. Like in football, 1 is always the keeper, 9's often the striker, and 10 is usually kind of like the best player / the kind of like best midfielder. And in football, there's American football, this tradition of 12 being for quarterbacks and the 50s and 60s being linemen. But baseball really doesn't have that. I mean, there's a bit.
That's how the jersey numbers got started, Jimbo. It was to distinguish which position you were. First base wore number 3. Pitcher wore number 1. Center fielder wore number 8.
Oh, you know
As
what?
Nishikawa lines this into right field. That's up the right field line into the corner. Wakatsuki's on his horse. He will try for home.
He's going for it.
Throw will be cut off. And Yoma Nishikawa with an RBI double. Wakatsuki scores from first on it. Buffaloes get a critical insurance run.
And you know what? That was probably the right decision tactically to cut the throw off, because had he not, Wakatsuki probably still makes it home, and he would have ended up on third base.
That's true. Nishikawa does have some speed. Poor Kenya chugging all the way around.
Good wheels, though. Good running, honestly.
Saito giving it a woo of approval.
It's funny. Back to the jersey number thing. I was saying the tradition wasn't really as much there, but that's not true. Isn't 18 a huge pitcher number?
Oh my goodness, yes. 18
Yeah.
is the ace number in Japan. Yamamoto wore it. Tanaka wears it. Matsuzaka wore it.
When I think about 18, I think of Peyton Manning. That's growing up in the early 2000s vibe. Ooh.
Nakagawa sends us into foul territory. Asamada's going to give it a look. Oh! Did he make that one? Yes, he did! Hello, future me in the top 10 plays of the week. Hideto Asamura reaching into the exciting seats for the third out of the inning. Through 5. Buffaloes lead 2-0. Time for an out-of-town scoreboard update, perhaps?
Yeah, let me get on that real quick. Give me just 2 seconds.
Yeah, I should have warmed you up on that.
That's all good. So as we reach the bottom of the second over in the Hawks and Lions game, the Lions are still up 1-0, and over in the Lotte Fighters game, we're at the bottom of the second also, and Lotte is still up 2-0 there. So
With the bases loaded. Ooh.
Seems like this Lions game is going awfully quickly. Who scored the run for the Lions? I'm just curious. More of a curiosity. Yeah. So in the most recent podcast, I was saying I don't know why Takeyo Hiruma wasn't called up from the Lions yet. Now they've called him up, and he's doing great. He scored a bunch of runs already, and he's batting it's a small sample size, but he's batting really well so far. So it's great to see that they called him up. I don't know why they didn't call him up sooner. I've actually lately been taking a lot more interest in farm game stuff and checking out to see some players coming up the pipe. Don't really have anything for either of these teams, though there is that, we always forget his name, but there's a young pitcher for the Eagles down the farm who's throwing high 90s and
Tatsuki Koja.
There he is.
Actually, I just saw something go over the news wire earlier today. Toshiaki Imae, the manager of the Eagles, said Koja's going to get called up for an upcoming game against the Fighters on the 25th.
Okay, wow. So everyone check that out, because it's not often you get to see somebody throwing that hard in Japan. Maybe he'll be the next phenom like Roki Sasaki.
Eagles mascot, you might want to get out of the way there. Is he lost? He's trying to find out where the bento boxes are sold, I guess. Oh, the Eagles cheerleaders even joining in. That's nice. Okay, the dead-eyed stare is great. See, if I was gonna say, like, if both pitchers were having troubles with walks, I'd say, what is he holding, a map to the strike zone? But no, there's been no walks at all this game. And to prove it, into our in-game highlights, top of the first, for those of you just joining us, hello, welcome. Loud outs from Ogo, Murabayashi, and Asamura. All three finding the outfield. Asamura looks like he really got into that one, but Nishikawa hauls it in. 1-2-3 inning for the rookie Saito. Here's Nakagawa grounding to third. Tries for the double play, but oops. Samura tagged with an error, and Tomoyomori gets into this one just enough to score the speedy Shuhei Fukuda from third to give the Buffaloes the early 1-0 lead. Bottom of second, Eagles starting to threaten. Tatsumi K's to end the bottom of the second. Skip ahead to the fourth. Shimauchi strikes out looking. I need to reverse the K in my scorecard for that. Runner at first. Taida grounds out to Mune across the diamond. So accurate with that arm. Like, that had no arc at all. Just a...
It made it look effortless, too.
Ota strikes out Takeshi, looks skyward, wonders why he can't cash in Mune. But you just missed it. Saito gets Ishihara on a big swing and a miss. And Kobukata goes deep, not deep enough. Nakagawa doesn't even need to jump. Warning track power here at Kyocera Dome, and Lord knows this place has gotten a bit of a reputation as where home runs go to die. But Hideyoma Nishikawa doesn't need home run power. He'll take a double. This one an RBI, cashing Kenya Wakatsuki, and that's how we got to the score we're at right now, 2-0 Buffaloes. Gotta love the in-game catch-up. Nishikawa tipping the cap. Saito coming out for the 6th.
Yeah, that's now he's gone. This will be his 2 innings over his longest career outing, but no reason to pull him really. He's still looking really crisp and playing really well.
Only 70 pitches so far. You also have to keep in mind, if he's pulled now, he's in line for his first pro win. Or first top-level win, I should say. It's a shame that this video is geo-blocked in Japan because we would want to share this with all of his fans and friends and family. Quick out-of-town scoreboard update. It looks like the Marines pushed one more run across in the bottom of the second, but otherwise leave the sack stranded. Hiromi Ito able to wriggle out of that one. 3-0, bottom of the second. Oh, my mistake. That bottom of the second's still going on. I got crossed up. Polanco's at bat. Ooh, that could be fun. Ogo, third time through the lineup. So far, 1 for 2 today. On base percentage, .348 so far this season. So Imae trying to use him as a leadoff man here. Fastball low for ball 1. Sotani set. Called strike 1. Now, this may just be my Buffalo's blindness here, but does the Saito's pitching motion kind of remind you a little bit of Yamamoto?
Yeah, actually, yeah, sure. Not quite the same, but there is something to that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know Yamamoto's got that like javelin motion.
Yeah, that's wow. That's a great way to put the way Yamamoto throws. But the Saito here does have a little bit of that too. It's a little bit more of a sling, but there's definitely something there. Good eye.
Fastball low for ball 3. Wakatsuki tried the frame job. Okay, now the bottom of the second is over at Zozo Marine Stadium. Polanco grounded out to second. So, still 3-0 Marines through 2 there. 3-1 the count. Ogo gets into this one, but that's going to be sent foul.
Now, I don't know if I only noticed it earlier and I haven't really been seeing it before, but it seems like Saito is busting out a forkball now that he wasn't really using earlier in the game, and it looked really good on the one pitch he threw it. Let's see if he incorporates that into more pitches going forward.
Forkball is in his reputation. Sorry, repertoire,
Reputation?
I should say.
Like, I was just going to let that sit there for a minute.
Yeah, sorry. 1:45 in the morning. You asked me to have vocabulary. Nishikawa makes the out here against a very good battle with Ogo. 1 out. And yeah, M. Seivert, good to see you again. I got this scorebook at the Japanese Baseball Hall of Fame on my last trip to Japan last fall. This is going to become my new archive of all the games I broadcast. So Itsuki Murabayashi is an interesting player for the Eagles, known more for his defensive talent than his offense. Was a part-time player when he started with the club back in 2017, but last season took over starting at shortstop. 98 games for him. Maybe the team's new permanent shortstop. Last year's 647 OPS, also a new career best. 0-1 on the way. Beautiful looking curveball, strike 2. Yeah, I do plan sleep schedules around doing broadcasts, and if I can land it on a long weekend like this one and the last one, all the better. Murabayashi will ground out to Kurebayashi. 2 down.
I normally would plan my sleep schedule around this, but then sometimes you get called in to do back-to-back 16-hour shifts at work.
The true salaryman experience.
Great stuff.
So desu ne.
I have no idea how many hours I've slept over the last 2 or 3 days, but it's definitely less than you're supposed to, medically speaking.
Yeah, I remember there was
a lot.
There was a run dealing with like jet lag going to or from Japan where I'm positive my my Fitbit sleep score was just a frowny face back at me like, you okay, dude? Asamada's flight out twice in his 2 at-bats, both times to left field.
And I'm a big fan of Asumura's stance and swing. Just such a solid space, kind of like power swing. Reminds me a lot of Albert Pujols.
And he's going to be staying in Eagles Maroon for a couple more seasons. He signed a 4-year deal to stay with Rakuten in 2023. This is year 2 of that. And yeah, he and Takayuki Kishi were colleagues on the Lions for a solid, 7-8 years together?
And I believe that Asamura is the captain of the Eagles currently.
You are correct. And team captains are still a thing in Japan. Somewhat eschewed in North America, but you'll see a lot of players with the captaincy. Oh my goodness, that bat had a family. Kurebayashi from deep in the hole. No chance. Asamura's aboard.
Somewhere in the forests of Japan, there's weeping saplings seeing their cousin.
Oh my goodness, look at this twig shatter.
Oh my god.
Look at never mind the launch angle on the ball, the launch angle on the batch fragment. Yikes.
It's funny, I think I saw on Facebook today, it was the anniversary of the time the bat broke towards Roger Clemens, and he took the bit of the bat and threw it at the batter, to which he then explained himself, saying, I thought it was the ball, which is really funny when you consider that you're also not supposed to throw that at the runner either.
Oh yeah, that whole fiasco. All right, quick confab with the pitching coach Hirai. Saito getting relieved after 5 2/3 scoreless innings. Fantastic work by the rookie Saito. 5 2/3 innings. Responsible for the runner at second. 83 pitches, 4 Ks, 4 hits. No walks.
You know, there's something of a weird, kind of interesting thematic parallel with this being, as we've seen in the stadium today, some sort of children's-related event. And for the 19-year-old rookie to pick up the win would kind of be a kind of weird little thing there.
A nice touch. New pitcher into the game for the Buffaloes is Seiryu Furutashima. Fastball, slider, cutter, curveball change, and two-seamer. Kotajima. Quite the arsenal. 6th-round selection last season, so this is his rookie campaign too. I do like the intro music.
This will be my first time seeing him pitch. I like the way he goes back. It's almost Tim Lincecum. It doesn't quite have the same follow-through, but really, really reaches back there.
He's also pitched a number of innings against the Eagles so far this season. By my count, 5 innings, 6 strikeouts.
And Sievert, I believe he was a 6th-round selection. Not sure on that, but I don't think he was a first-rounder.
Kotajima?
Yeah.
You are correct, 6th rounder.
As we were explaining before, the way the first round works is lottery, kind of. Everyone picks who they won, then it gets raffled off. But thereafter, it just resumes normal draft order.
That's correct. Change up in for a strike to Shimauchi. Love his nickname, the Eel Dog. I'm not sure if that's a comment on his skin quality or his facial expression.
But there's something about I look at that guy. You tell me Eel Dog, I'm like, yes, that it matches.
Yes. Runner at first, 2 down. Fastball sails outside for ball 1. Saito responsible for the runner at first. Asamura. And that's only because Asamura's bat went kerplody. Shimauchi sends this foul. Count is 1 and 2. Kotajima joins the team from the Industrial Leagues. He played with Nippon Express. And it was part of that team's run to the second round of the Industrial Championships. Shimauchi sends this the opposite way to Nishikawa. He's been a busy boy. Hang another 0. Runner does not advance. Kotojima ends the top of the 6th.
And for those of you who might be wondering what the Industrial League is, correct me if I'm wrong, Gabe. I think it's where corporate teams still have teams they put together and they play with each other. It's just not the same level as NPB.
That's correct. And in fact, often players will be drafted from those industrial leagues into NPB. It's just a way for players who didn't quite get drafted out of high school or university to continue playing and try their luck at joining one of the pro leagues. Heck, even teams from independent leagues will have draft picks made from them. So if you're in the Shikoku League or the Baseball Challenge League or I think it's the Nihonkai Ocean League, yeah, you can still wind up in NPB.
And that's my plan. When I go to Japan to be an English teacher, I'm also going to play baseball and worm my way into being NPB.
I mean, hey, if you get drafted, you're considered a local player.
Oh, hey, there we go. See? There's a benefit.
I mean, that's how Gosuke Kato was successfully reverse posted back to Japan because the fighters took him in the draft from the Mets. He didn't come over as an international free agency signing. He was drafted.
It is so strange that you can do that, but I guess I get the logic, but that's just bizarre.
To be honest, Jimbo, that's the first time that's happened. So, like, kudos to Big Boss Shinjo for trying it and for it actually working.
Maybe next season he can try drafting Shohei Ohtani.
Maybe next season he could try drafting Mike Trout. Tomoya Mori has an RBI sac fly so far today. Kishi working into the 6th.
I feel like Mori's got a history of hitting home runs in games that I call for him, so let's see if he can follow through on that here.
Favorable count, 2-0. Devin Kinch, that's right. Junichi Tezawa was signed by the Red Sox straight from the Industrial Leagues. And that's where he's pitching right now. I think he's with Ineos. 3-0 the count. East Bay mentioning Sosuke Genda, the human highlight reel, former Industrial team. Charity strike on the outside half. Strike 1.
You know, it'd be almost interesting if baseball took a page out of the playbook of European soccer and football.
Oh,
and
the transfer window. Oh, geez.
Oh, no, I wasn't going there, though. That would be very fun. Actually, never mind. Let's do that. No, but what I was going to say is have a sort of FA Cup style system, sort of like a Koshin for pro teams that aren't in the MPB, where you would have the farm teams and the industrial teams, maybe even some university teams have like one-off game series to see who the best non-NPB team is.
Interesting. Ooh. Mori gets all of this one. Not quite. Ogo's got a beat on it. Sounded good. Looked good. Result is the same. Ogo makes the out.
Whose music is that?
That's... Well, it's Kurebayashi.
I don't know how I've never noticed that before.
He may have multiple walk-up songs, but yeah, that's distinctly European, Nordic almost.
More dramatic, even. I was thinking it sounded very.
I was just thinking. My brain instantly went wooden clogs.
Yes, yeah, definite wooden shoes music.
Kurebayashi fouls off a cutter. 1-1 the count. Luke asking, can we please do more games? We'd love to. Unfortunately, this year's schedule is more or less set. We're going to try and convince our Japanese production team to see if we can get more in.
But hey, you know, you asking that and everyone showing up to these games does help incentivize and motivate the team to try to book more next year.
And let's not forget, you can go tune in to the other games going on right now if you're in North America by visiting watchdingo.com. Look for the Baseball Network and tune in there. You just won't have any commentary. You'll have to make your own.
That's how we got here.
Takayuki Kishi now at 100 pitches so far, so we may be seeing the Eagles go to their bullpen. If you like English broadcasts, FTF Sports broadcasts a game of the day Tuesday through Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific as well, with English commentary. Kurebayashi will pop out to Daichi Suzuki for the second out of the bottom of the sixth. That'll bring up Yuma Mune.
On the subject of walk-up songs, Yuma Mooney came out to California Love last time out. I remember that.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's fun that they get to have different songs.
M. Sievert, I tried to get in touch with you before. I don't know if there's a way to like directly message you on YouTube. If you add your like email address to your YouTube profile and expose it for like the next day or two, I'll send you a message. We'll get to talking. Actually, I'm in the chat. I can just pop the link to Watch Dingo right there. Let me see what games are on right now. Yeah, game 1 is Marines versus Fighters, going on right now. Game 3 is Hawks versus Lions. Game 2 is this one, and you're already watching it here, so might as well just stick around. And if you want to pay, PacificLeague.com. Join up with Pacific League TV for just $10 US per month.
You get to watch all the games, just not with English commentary, but it's a good way to keep up with the league, and then you can tune in for these.
And you can pick up a little bit of Japanese as you go. You know, a lot of the words are loan words. Maybe we need to restart the How to Speak PL series in the podcast there. I mean, what do you think, Jimbo? Is it time to bring back How to Speak PL?
Yeah, I think, maybe, once we reincorporate it, because there'll be new listeners, new people who want to relearn the things. So, yeah, that could be fun.
Mune gets aboard. And that'll bring up Ryo Ota, the first baseman. I got distracted by chat. Guys. Yeah, maybe not in the chat because it'll be exposed to everyone else who's watching. But there is a way to add an email address to your YouTube profile. That'd be the best way to do it. Or I'll see if I can add mine and you can reach out to me there. And yes, Darren Schneider, the podcast is on this YouTube channel along with the top 10 plays of the week and all of our English content. Oh, on the count, Kishi's arms gotta be feeling tired, but then again, this is a guy who pitched 147 in the 2008 World Series. Yes, there's 15 more years of mileage on the arm, but he still is capable of slinging it and racking up a pitch count. Heck, he got above 110 his last time out against these Buffaloes.
Oh, and 2 delivery on the way coming up here. As Oda gets ready. Man on first, 2 away. And the pitch is he grounds that up to Kurebayashi, who flips it over to Kobakata to end the inning. That brings us over to the bottom of the 6th. We're actually, no, that's the end of the bottom of the 6th, and we are going to get to the top of the 7th, and we're going to have a little rally song here. If you guys have never seen this before, this is a lot of fun.
That's right. Flap your mighty wings, you eagles. It's time for Ganbare, Ganbare, Rakuten. Sing along if you know the words. To whoever in that cheering section had a Ginji cheer towel, bless you for recognizing the homeboy.
I quite like the timpani drums in that song.
It's a great cheer song because it sounds classic, even though the team was only created 20 years ago. It sounds like it belongs with the others in the Pacific League, you know? Doesn't feel too out of place. New pitcher into the game for the Buffaloes, Shota Abe. 10 appearances with an only 1.0 ERA. And against the Eagles, 5 innings pitched, no earned runs. We were talking about Industrial League players before. Shota Abe comes to the Buffaloes from Nippon Life Insurance, which is located in Osaka, so at least the Buffaloes had plenty of opportunities to watch him play. Drafted in 2020 in the 6th round. And yeah, he's been a part of 3 consecutive pennant-winning clubs.
Very consistent reliever with a 1.83 career ERA. Ooh. Beautiful strike there. First strike there with the breaking ball.
What you'll notice about Shota Abe, lots of curveballs. He occasionally throws a forkball and a cutter, but primarily that curveball is his wipeout pitch. Abe comes set. 1-1 the count as Suzuki chops this one foul.
Now his delivery actually kind of reminds me of Yamamoto. He's got kind of that same pause and a bit of that javelin motion.
Another thing I noticed that the real NPB jerseys have that mine don't, cutouts under the sleeves and the armpits.
Very key for athletic maneuvering.
I appreciate it, M. Sievert. I will be checking in during the Buffalo's Lucky 7, but I'm not singing along, of course.
And we will get to your scheduling request in just a second. We'll wait to the end of this at bat.
Daiichi Suzuki. Count is 1-2 on him. Shota Abe trying to preserve the win for the rookie Kyosuke Saito. It'd be his first. Daiichi Suzuki lofted to right. Nakagawa has plenty of room. First out of the inning.
And so, because M. Sievert was asking, just a reminder, our next upcoming game is on July 14th, where we will have same bat time, same bat channel here on the Midnight Matinee. The Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles that you're already seeing today, taking on the Saitama Cebu Lions. And what will be an excellent pitching matchup, surely. And then our next game after that is in August, on August 25th. Again, another Midnight Matinee game where we will have the Hokkaido Nippon Ham Fighters taking on the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks, which by the time that game comes around, those two teams could be number 1 and 2 in the league with a pretty wide margin between the rest of the league. So we'll see. Should be a great game.
M. Sievert, good news. I got your email address. Look for an email from me probably tomorrow, because I'm kind of focusing right now. But yeah, to be honest, the more the merrier. Love to get your CV and see how we can get you involved with this motley crew of yahoos that we call the Pacific League English YouTube crew.
as Abe gets a fastball right down the middle there for strike one. 2-1 here, and the next pitch is a foul ball going all the way out to right field. And will he collect that? And oh, what a catch! As Nakagawa makes a great highlight reel play. You should be seeing that on the plays of the week this week. And to put us down 2 away here in the top of the 7th.
Taira gives this one a ride into foul territory. Nakagawa says, yeah, Asamura, I can do you one better. That's deeper into the exciting seats. Excuse me.
Big jump. Whew. What a play.
Great work there by a great outfielder in Keita Nakagawa.
You know, it's funny, earlier you were talking about how the Buffaloes might have the best defensive outfield, and then we talked about the Fighters, and we talked about the Hawks. It's just everyone's got, honestly, that's the thing about the MPB and the Pacific League specifically. So many teams have so many great players, especially defensively.
Like, you look at the Lions and their top-tier middle infield of Tonosaki and the human highlight reel Genda, or the Eagles on the backs of Tatsumi. He covers most of that cavernous outfield in Rakuten Mobile Park Miyagi. Straight back through the box for him. Tatsumi with his first hit of the game. Eagles with a 2-out runner here in the top of the 7th.
You know, whenever I look at the Eagles and I look at their uniforms and helmets, I love the helmet color. I would love it if the uniform color was a bit more of that cherry instead of maroon. I think that would be a really nice look. Maybe an alternate jersey one day.
I mean, Lord knows they've had plenty of alternate jerseys. Pinch hitter coming in for the Buffaloes is my current favorite player on this club, Eigoro Mogi. 8 for 40 so far on the season, so small sample size warning, but Mogi was a big part of their 2019 team, the last one to make it to the postseason. No, not the last one to make it to the postseason, but one of the most recent ones. Takes strike one from Abe down the pipe. And you can tell the Rakuten Owendan trying to will him. Oh, Koyomi Matic, yeah, the rainbow faux retro jerseys. I covet those. I want one. But they're out of print. I gotta go on, as previously mentioned, Mercari. That one's gonna be sent foul. Ota gives it a look. That one's out.
If I could ask a genie for a low-tier wish, it would be I would want one of every alternate jersey there's ever been for every team, just for the fashion of it, you know. Yeah, that's a fun question for chat. If you could have a genie give you a low tier wish, so you know, don't end world hunger, don't save the world or anything, just a little something nice just for you, what would it be?
A little treat.
Something that could never happen, but you know, would be nice.
I'd like to throw out the first pitch at a ball game.
Oh, that'd be fun. Okay. Kyocera or Rogers Center?
Anywhere. I ain't picky.
I'm sure you could get a minor league team to give you a shot.
Hey, go to Mogi. We'll probably take over one of the defensive infield positions. We might see Kobukata move out to left. Ishihara's day is done. 0 for 2 with 2 Ks for the catcher. But he did throw out a base runner.
Not G here, saying his wish would be Arsenal winning the Premier League. I said minor wish, not an impossibility. Oh, watch me eat those words this weekend.
Everyone is catching strays in tonight's broadcast. Love it.
Oh man, if West Ham beat City. I'm not a City fan, but oh, that would...
Baseball lovers saying every pro baseball jersey and hat ever created. Gadzooks.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Ooh, you know what? I might be breaking away from minor here, but to go see a game at the old Polo Grounds?
Oh, yeah.
That'd be crazy.
2-2 on the way to Mogi. Forkball low. No team has issued a walk yet. Are we going to see that broken? Eagles fans trying to will Mogi into delivering a hit, possibly a run here. Abe keeping an eye on Tatsumi over at first. He's got some speed. That's the first walk of the game.
That was an awfully close pitch to call a ball there, but well waited out by the batter there.
Good question by Brazier on Cedeno and Tongu. I think Cedeno is just rotated out from DH because Mori needs to take a game at DH and let Wakatsuki get start at catcher. For Tongu, I'm wondering if it's a flare-up of his injury in his... remember, he had a hip injury that kept him out of the postseason last year.
You know, though, I totally blanked. I mean, that Cedeno's not playing. He's also been one of the highlights for the Buffalo's offense this season.
Abe getting some encouraging words. Not getting relieved, though. So, actual threatening here from the Eagles. Runners at first and second with 2 down. Eagles are 0-4 with Risp. Kobukata getting on base at a 291 clip. Abe checking the runners. Hard hit line drive into right field. Nakagawa's up with it. Runner holds. Bases are loaded.
And Pierre G. Hedgehog referring to the Hawks as the evil empire. I prefer to think of them as a benevolent ruling class.
The new republic, if you will. Yeah, okay. If we're putting this in Star Wars terms, Giants are the evil empire. The Hawks are the new republic. Manager of the Buffalo, Satoshi Nakajima, up possibly to make a pitching change. Shota Abe, responsible for all the runners on base right now. It'll be interesting to see who they go to.
Well, we have the lull in the action here. We're talking about that Star Wars thing. Nothing will be nerdier than the last broadcast we had where we, what did we change my name to? Jimbo Muad'Dib. As we are bringing in another pitcher here.
Oh, speaking of best beards on the team, say hello to Andres Machado. New to the York's Buffaloes this season after 3 seasons with the Washington Nationals. Formerly also Kansas City Royals prospect. From Venezuela. .6 ERA, 9 holds, 2 saves. With Yoshihisa Hirano stuck on 250 NPB saves, Machado's taken over as the fireman for Nakajima. He enters here in need of a critical out. And also, yeah, I can see that being a strong beard. Oh, wow, look at all the merch sales he's had so far.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's impressive.
Also, you have to wonder if players enjoy coming over to Japan because they can actually wear 42, because that number is kind of retired league-wide in the majors.
42 is...
the whole Jackie Robinson thing.
Yeah, but 42 in Japan, because of Shi-Ni, is just a very cold number for a relief pitcher to wear. Just like that, nah, it's done. You're not coming any further.
I also know that there's been a push to make 21 retired league-wide for Roberto Clemente, but so far, no progress on that. Not G, throwing some respect on Machado's entrance music. Fastball 159 low. So, high 90s. That's what Machado can do.
If MPB were to have a number retired league-wide, you'd think it would be Just gonna go make sure. Yeah, I mean, you could definitely make the argument number 1 for O. It's probably the way to go there.
But he was only really a Giant. And also...
Well, I mean, Jackie Robinson was only a Dodger.
True, but like I'm trying. If you're trying to think about barriers being broken,
That's true.
Maybe you go with Wally Yonamine's jersey number because he was like one of the first good foreign players to enter the league. Larry Doby or Don Newcombe.
Taiwanese though, so I mean, technically, you can kind of like make an argument. But yeah, no, I get what you mean. It'd be like retiring 3 because of Babe Ruth. Doesn't quite hit the same.
Exactly. 2-0 on the way to Ogo. In for a strike. That looked a little high.
Or 99 for Wayne Gretzky, but they did that.
Yeah, they did that. But he also played for the Kings and the Oilers. And everyone forgets,
And
but he
the
also played a
Rangers.
little bit for the Blues. Oh, yeah, and the Rangers, too, yeah.
The Blues, you always forget about the Blues. That one's the weirdest. Sorry, we got way too Canadian there.
How's it going, eh? 2-1 on the way. Ogo fouls it back, and it's now 2-2.
Oh man, if we did the rest of the game, you went that accent, I'm gonna go more BC.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm good.
Bases loaded there, bud. It's 2-2 count there.
Once again, I have to ask the CRTC if this qualifies as Canadian content, because it's just the two of us here. And, of course, our Japanese production team, thank you for letting us goof around like this. 2's on the scoreboard all the way from Machado. Caught by Mooney! Inning over, threat done!
And
What
the Buffaloes, man.
a performance!
Yeah, seriously, coming in clutch there as we move over to the bottom of the 7th, and we will now have the Buffaloes fight song. Which they will
AKA the best song in all of NPB. Sing along if you know the words. It's Sky by Mega Stopper.
では行きましょう。レッツゴー。君の声を遥か届け夢を人が行く西の上語るアーチ明日を開くだろう愛しくだけの雨が大河を映すように白い恋よりさまであの空の彼方まで
Auricus Buffalos. Auricus Buffalos.
That kid's going for it.
Oh, baseball lover, using We Love Marines as a ringtone. Gotta go with the classic one. I know a lot of fans dislike the 2023 remake. Well, even though that's the only one you can find on Spotify these days.
See, for me, I think the best song in MPB by a mile is the Hawks fight song. Obviously.
Alright, I missed that defensive change, but here's a replay of that incredible catch by Yuma Mune. Off the end of the bat for Ogo. Blink and you'll miss it. Hello, hot corner. Shota Abe is pumped. Machado, cold as ice. Can you feel the love? Bottom of the 7th we go. New pitcher into the game for the Eagles. Takayuki Kishi's day is done. 6 innings, only 2 earned runs. That would be Shota Suzuki.
As we're coming around to the end of the game here, and we got a lot of people coming in. Sound off on where you're from. We'd love to see how wide our audience is and how much international attention we got going on here as we pop out to shortstop. Oh, nope. And the left fielder collected it instead, though that was right in no man's land between the three. Oh, hey, Valpix from northeastern Pennsylvania. Maybe he knows Mike.
Maybe he is Mike.
No.
So Shota Suzuki, lefty pitcher. Interesting choice, dealing with all these righties in the lineup, with like Wakatsuki, like Nishino. Probably did more to deal with Fukuda. Joined the Eagles in 2019. Appeared in 61 games last season, the most out of any reliever in NPB. And only had a 3.3 ERA over that. So, very effective long man for the Eagles.
He's got quite the rounded delivery. I don't know how to explain it, but there's a lot of motion going on.
Primary pitches are fastball and a slider, but he'll mix in a curve, a sinker, and a two-seamer every once in a while. That almost beamed Wakatsuki straight on the dome. What was going on there? Look at where this ball ends up. Whee!
Woofda. Wakatsuki, a catcher, seemed completely unfazed by it.
Oh, we got some Nolans, folks. Las Vegas. Big cut by Wakatsuki. Strike two. Central Wisconsin. Columbia.
Gabe and I are from Canada, Montreal and Toronto.
Respectively.
Not respectively, because I said Gabe and I, so other way
Okay.
around.
Inverse order. Whatever.
Yeah. I'd say if the game ended now, Wakatsuki might actually be my MVP because of how consistent he's been on offense so far, and his running did score that big run as he takes a huge swing and miss for strikeout number 2 in the inning, or out number 2, as it were.
Good work by Shota Suzuki to run back and get the K. You just see that diving in action of the breaking ball going from left to right.
He's got a very strange release point, but it works, obviously.
Yeah, it's a very violent follow-through Shohei Suzuki has. Or Shota. It's interesting.
Whoever's pitching.
Yeah. Strike one called. Looks like Andres Machado is going to be called on for a second inning of work. You only needed the one out. And if you're going to the fire, man, might as well go for him.
And M. Sievert asking if I speak French. I do. Just we've noticed the thing every time I do, we lose viewers very quickly. So I'll save that for the end of the broadcast.
My apologies. I keep getting his name wrong. It's Sora Suzuki. Through 7.
That was a quick inning.
Yeah, quick inning indeed. Murabayashi, Asamura, Shimauchi, the heart of the Eagles lineup, will be facing off against Andres Machado in the top of the 8th.
Yeah, Valpex. Yeah, this game has been feeling like it's been going on really expeditiously, as it were. I feel like normally by now we'd be kind of like in the 6th, but we're trucking along here. Been a lot of really good pitching, and offense has been doing what it can. 6 hits a piece is pretty good, and only we've only had one walk, I think, all game. But let's bring it around here. Who do we have coming up next? So I'm just going to get my little personal score monitoring thing going. As we have Kotaro Kurobayashi coming up to the plate. Nope, that is not him. I get Murabayashi. I did it again. I always do that with those two. They got such similar names. Played the same position. I don't think you can fault me too much for that. And first pitch is a ground ball just under the plate for strike number 1. So Machado trying to put in an extra inning of work here. 0-1 delivery on the way. That's way inside as Kurobayashi has to jump out of the way. 1-1. Top of the 8th here with no one on base. None away. 1-1 delivery coming up. And it is way low and outside for ball number 2. Two-one delivery on the way, and Kurobayashi takes a huge swing and a miss for strike number 2. And as you hear, the fans out in the stands doing a very rhythmic chanting of his name. So we gotta love about MPB. It's got a very kind of college football feel to it. It's got very good fan interaction. Fans are always loud, even on away games. 2-2 on the way here. And Kurobayashi fouls that off to the right side, keeps the at-bat going. Shouty here throwing 160. That is awfully heavy and hot here in the MPB. I believe that's around the high 90s. Two-two delivery on the way again. There's a big swing and a miss on a breaking ball inside. 1 away. Machado putting in good work here. Let's take another look at that. Ooh. Not sure if that was a changeup, actually, but either way, it wasn't a fastball, and that took Kurobayashi out. So, again, we are top of the 8th here with 1 away. We have a defensive change. Is that Marwin Gonzalez? I believe it might be.
That is indeed Marwin Gonzalez.
There we go.
El Mago, the magician.
For once.
And winner of the best beard on the Oryx Buffaloes.
Well, yeah, that's a given.
Oryx Beardalows.
First pitch way inside as Asmura dodges that. Ball 1. And yeah, that's true, Kia Mimatic. The Oryx import pitchers have been outstanding this year for them. Definitely actually the main highlight. And what's been a bit of a struggle so far this season. 1-0 delivery on the way is a fastball low and outside for strike number 1.
You know, oh, sorry, you're right, M. Seivert. Javi Baez does have rights to El Mago. Here, he's just Mago. They dropped the R in Margot.
1-1 delivery on the way here, and that was looked like a changeup blowing inside for ball 2.
You know, we talk about foreign players and how teams have used them to various degrees of success. I noticed the Eagles still have Michael Franco on their payroll, but I don't know if he's actually appeared in too many games this season.
Yeah, I was going to say, I haven't seen him at all.
I think they actually have a foreign player spot open. They got Nick Turley, formerly of the Carp. They got Cody Ponce, formerly of the Fighters, and no-hitter thrower a couple seasons ago. But I don't think they have a fourth foreigner. No, wait. Duh. Sung Cha Hao, the Taiwanese Titan. Right. My bad.
2-2 on the way here for Hideo Asamura as he skies that out to right field. That'll go foul. Keeps the at-bat going. You know, I'll always remember Miguel Franco, I'm pretty sure, is the first player to hit a home run at Escon Field when we had our opening last year, when the Eagles took on the Fighters, and he took that opportunity away from Kiyomiya.
Kiyomiya got revenge. He walked it off in game 2.
2-2 delivery on the way as Asmura fouls that off straight to the right side again. And we stay here at 2-2 with one away.
I guess with the Monday day off, you figure might as well let Machado run as long as you want. That Monday day off is common across all teams. You'll only see Monday games if there's a scheduling crunch and there's been a bunch of rainouts, or it's a holiday weekend.
As a big strike 3 is called as he gets Deo Asmura looking. So that's his second strikeout in his main batters here in the top of the 8th, and that's 2 away now. Let's take a look at that pitch. It's almost actually basically the same pitch you got Kuribayashi with just a little bit of off-speed stuff right in the middle. Or not right in the middle, but just on the inside.
Now that looked like a challenge fastball saying, here's my best, good luck. Sorry about that, M. Seivert. Much appreciated for the correction. I appreciate that.
Hiroyuki Shimachi coming up here. The Eel Dog himself, 1 for 3 so far today. As he takes the first pitch for a ball. Shadow getting ready for the 1-0 delivery here. As Surigashi skies that out to center, only to be caught by Fukuoka, or not Fukuoka, I'm thinking watching a Marines game. And that is the 3rd out of the innings. Machado makes quick work of the Eagles as we come around to the bottom of the 8th. Fukuda, that's his name. I was close. I was really close.
You were, and 2:30 in the morning. It's tough to keep names straight. That's the other thing about these sorts of games. You have to realize we're playing with a handicap eventually. Brain fog.
It was the opposite when we had the baseball for breakfast, where I would have no idea what was going on when the game started. By the end, I was sharp as a knife.
Well, now's as good of a time as any to remind you that this broadcast is the copyrighted telecast of Pacific League TV. It cannot be redistributed or retransmitted without the express written consent of Pacific League Marketing and the 6 Pacific League clubs. But hey, it's on YouTube. What are you redistributing it for?
Yeah, just come watch us, you silly.
And make sure you do tune in again 2 months from now when the Tokudakuten Golden Eagles host the Saitama Seibu Lions Sunday, July 14th at midnight Eastern, or Saturday, July 13th at 9 p.m. Pacific.
And if you've never seen a game at Miyagi Park in Tohoku, it is a beautiful, beautiful setup. They've got a theme park just in the backdrop, and it looks like a wonderful place to watch a game.
That looks like it'll be the end of the day for Machado. Nakajima giving him the arigato gozaimasu.
I genuinely couldn't ask more of him. I mean, he put out that bases loaded situation and picked up 2 strikeouts.
Which means we may be seeing Yoshihisa Hirano going for his 250th save. Speaking of another veteran presence on the team.
New pitcher here for Rakuten. Why was Subaru in his stat line there? Did you see that? Did I hallucinate that? Are we at that point of the evening?
That might have been his former industrial club. Hayato Yuge is the new pitcher into the game, and Yuge rose to prominence. Yeah, Subaru was his industrial league club. Really became a heavy resource last season. Or 2 seasons ago. In 2022, he had a 3.29 ERA. Last season was a bit of a step back. But he's more known as a soft tosser. Plenty of breaking balls. See there, that slider coming in at 132. Big whip action.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I got a lot of movement on that.
He's also 6'3". He's the same height as me at 193 centimeters tall. He was nicknamed the Japanese Randy Johnson since his days in the Industrial League.
Oh, so sorry. The 6'3" being Randy Johnson.
For Japan, keep in mind.
That's funny.
I mean, then again, Otani's taller. But Otani doesn't throw left-handed.
I guess so.
1-2 on the way to Nishikawa. Little lefty-on-lefty action.
Man, that was a really nice pitch. You pronounce that Yuge, right?
Yes, you get.
Well, I want to pronounce it huge. Because
Hey, this isn't the former president of the United States.
he's huge. He's 6'3". He's enormous.
Nishikawa off the end of the bat. Asamura up throwing. Nicely done there by Hideto Asamura. 5-3 the putout. Nishikawa will finish with a 2-hit day.
Ooh, I like Cybert's idea of calling him Big Motor because he went for Super. That's nice.
Oh, I like that.
Call him Huge Motor. Oh, I saw this funny joke about Randy Johnson the other day. I don't know if I can repeat it on there, though. But if you break down Randy the Big Unit Johnson into what those words can also mean.
Oh, Lord.
It's quite
Bad
funny.
enough that we keep saying Mizutani on the Lions, his jersey number is nice. Go look up what the jersey number is and come back to me. Keita Nakagawa has grounded out, popped out, and flied out all three to Asamura, but he got on base because one of those was Asamura biffing the start to a double play.
Well, if he strikes out here, he can get the inverted cycle.
No, it'd have to be a line out to Asamura to get all 4 at-bats. Chopped up the middle. Murabayashi makes the play, spikes the throw, though, not in time. Nakagawa's aboard. Seifert picking up what I'm laying down. Tough play for Itsuki Murabayashi.
That's such an ugly throw. I mean, nice cleanup on the field, but brutal throw. My goodness.
The only 2 shortstops I know who can make that play are Kotaro Kurebayashi, who has that cannon throw spinorama, and Sosuke Genda, who is the human highlight reel.
I don't know. I mean, you know me, I'm biased. Imamiya could. I think he could. Imamiya is excellent shortstop for the Hawks. Made some really good plays this year. He's been playing out of his mind, both defensively and offensively. As Tomoya Mori comes up here with 1 away and 1 out. 1 on and 1 out, I should say. At the bottom of the 8th, ball 1.
0 for 2 with a sac fly and a strikeout. You see there, that's exactly what I said. Batting average down to .236 on the season.
See, I couldn't help but notice when we were talking about that best beard on the team list. I went and looked it up, and Maury was on the list, and I don't know about that.
And beating Machado, too.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
I mean, it is distinct.
That's a word for it. 1-1 coming up. This is fouled off to the left side. 1 and 2.
I think it would be such a great thing if we catch Hirano's 250th NPB save and Kyosuke Saito's first NPB win.
Oh, that is a nice little rounded coincidence, parallel. I don't know. It's 3 in the morning almost. As Maury skies that out to left field, and that will be. Did that land? Oh,
Was that caught? Oh my goodness! We're gonna need a replay on that because we just completely missed a double play.
Yeah, no. The runner thought he was gonna make it. Asumura just made that catch and whipped it over to first. That was a weirdly unceremonious double play. Let's see what.
Let's take a look here.
Oh, what a catch!
Big extension from Asamura.
The fans love it.
He's like, oh, okay. Runner just went. Whatevs. Yonk.
And maybe that'll be the kind of spark plug motivation the Eagles need here to try to finish up the game as we come to the top of the 9th.
Warning.
Oh, here we go.
Will strike you out, and the wicked splitter will make your head spin. Hirano is coming.
This is very like NJPW. Very like pro wrestling coming out here like this. Oh, if I had a walk-up song, it'd be Kaze Minare. I don't know if you know that, but that's good stuff.
Afraid not.
Minoru Suzuki, Japanese wrestler. Great guy. Great guy, great intro song. How old is Hirano?
He turned 40 2 months ago.
My, okay.
Orcs Buffalo from 2006 to 2017. Arizona Diamondback for 2 seasons. Mariners in 2020. Back with the Buffaloes in 2021. Won the Japan Series in 2022, of course. This season, 7 saves. 2.7 ERA. 249 career saves in NPB. He throws 2 pitches, 4-seam and a splitter. You see there, he's so close to catching Kazuhiro Sasaki, another former major leaguer in his own right, for 3rd in the all-time list.
And while he gets warmed up here on the theme of closer songs, sound off in the chat. If you were a closer coming in, what would your intro song be?
Mine would be Hyperactive by Thomas Dolby.
Ooh, okay. I think mine might be... there's good options. Maybe Beware by Death Grips. Something by Death Grips. Best intro song of all time. There's got a lot of good picks, but let's get back to the game here. As he takes the first pitch low and inside, I guess, for ball number 1.
I heard there was a defensive substitution, Haruto Watanabe, coming in for the Buffaloes. I'm just not sure which position. Daichi Suzuki 1 for 3 today. Lined out and flied out to the right fielder and got a single. That's also right fielder bound, but that will find the seats.
So yeah, Master Man saying coming in on Death Grips is unhinged. That is the vibe. That's what we're going for.
Haruto Watanabe will take over in left field for Ryoma Nishikawa.
Ooh, Paul Wedding with Tetsuya Naito. That's a good call.
So Hans Crew is out for the Buffaloes, trying to get Hirano that 250th career save. Float him to center field. That's going to split the outfielders possibly. Cut off by Watanabe. Throw is into second. So Daichi Suzuki gets his second hit of the day. And Hirano's looking on like, I've been here before.
Yep, for sure. If there's anybody who's worked their way out of a bunch of jams, it's been him. But that is, if you are an Eagles fan going for the rally, that is as good a start as you can ask for. Well, okay, I guess maybe not as good a start. That'd be a home run, but still, they're on the right track, and let's see if they can pull this out.
Hirano hasn't pitched since May 1st, when he took the loss against the Chibolote Marines, gave up 5 earned runs in that inning. I'm sorry, 5 hits in that inning.
Yeah, I was gonna say, whoa! Like, what were you doing bringing the closer in when you
No, sorry, no, that is 5 earned runs, or 5 runs, all of them unearned.
Oh, right, that was the disaster inning. I remember hearing about that.
Yeah. So clearly, he needed a little bit of time to recombobulate himself. He's back here. Pinch hitter here for Ryuya Taira is one of the other old boys from that 2013 game or season, Takero Kajima, and he's aboard with a single.
Definitely not the start Hirano wanted here, goes without saying. So we've got 2 on, none out here in the top of the 9th. A
Cardiac Hirano is in full effect. Enchiladas Hirano Theater. All right, looks like we got a pinch runner coming in for Okajima. He got the job done. Pinch runner is Kazuki Tanaka. First and second, nobody out. Tatsumi's broken hearts on a midnight matinee once before. Y'all remember him getting a game-tying home run in the 8th of that Escon Field Hokkaido game?
Yes, absolutely.
M. Seifert saying, yeah, probably not a go-ahead 3-run home run in this ballpark. Who knows?
I think I saw there. I'm not sure if that was the right stat, but this is a average of runners in scoring is 419, I think, which is stupendous.
An argument for possibly moving him up higher in the order than 7th. Also, there was a defensive substitution for the Eagles that we may have missed. Hikaru Ota took over as catcher, batting 8th after Eigo Tomogi pinch hit and walked for Ishihara, the previous catcher. Mogi can't catch, Ota can. 1-1 the count on Ryosuke Tatsumi. Hard hit the opposite way, foul, count is 1 and 2. You've got your best defense out there with Nishikawa sat for Haruto Watanabe. And Wakatsuki behind the plate. It's all up to Hirano to execute. 1-2 on the way to Tatsumi. Fouled off again. Satoshi Nakajima wishing he saved Andres Machado for just another inning.
Yeah, probably. I mean, he was doing so well. I don't know why he wouldn't leave him in, really. I mean, other than, I find it weird
Arm
the way
being
that
noodly, yeah, tired.
Yeah, I mean, a guy can pitch more than one inning. Come on, man.
He can, and Lord knows Japan would have plenty of multiple inning relievers. But you got a day off tomorrow. Might as well burn all the matches while you got them. Tatsumi's fouled off 3 straight. 1-2 on the way. Splitter in the dirt. 2-2. I mean, just to be able to perform at this level at age 40 is impressive. Other 40-year-olds in the league, you got Tsuyoshi Wada, Norichika Aoki.
Nakamura.
Yep, that's right. I think Takumi Kuriyama is also up at that same age level.
I'd like to see you could probably put together an all 40 team. That would be decent.
Yeah, but you'd have to pull like Tsuyoshi Nishioka and Munenori Kawasaki from the indie leagues. 2-2 on the way. Check swing. Did he go?
Definitely not.
No.
And it's worth pointing out here that if Hirano does pick up that 250th save, he will be a member of the Golden Players Club. Could you give us a little more explanation on that, Gabe?
Sure. So Japan actually has 2 Halls of Fame. One for merit, one for statistical accumulation. The latter of those is called the Golden Players Club or the Mei Kyukai. You get 250 home runs, 250 pitcher wins, or 250 saves, you're in. And I'm going to double check those numbers because I can't remember.
250 home runs seems a little low, but, maybe. Good pitch, man. If he didn't foul that
it's
off.
2,000 hits, 200 wins, or 250 saves. And MLB counts, so Hirano's already in the Mei Kyukai. In fact, he's one of the few active players in there, along with Norichika Aoki. Grounded out on the ground. Gonzalez to first. On the... Ooh. Gonzalez to short. for 1, on to first, not in time. So Tatsumi's aboard. Suzuki gets to third. Also in the active members, Yohei Oshima on the Dragons, Hayato Sakamoto on the Giants, Takumi Kuriyama on the Lions. So it wouldn't get him into the Meikyukai, but it would nudge him a little bit higher on the leaderboard and put him 2 away from lapping Kazuhiro Sasaki. Right! The Swallows have Masanori Ishikawa. So, fielder's choice. Tatsumi at first. Suzuki at third. Hikaru Ota now at the plate. First at bat of the game. Came in as a defensive replacement. It's supposed to be my day off, guys.
It's a massive swing and a miss for strike 1. And obviously goes without saying, but with that forkball, he's definitely looking to get it low for a ground out here. But that also does seem to be game plan wise what the batter is anticipating. So he's taking big uppercut hacks. Let's see how that plays out. 0-1 delivery on the way here from Hirano as he gets that down in the dirt. Covered by
That's Wakatsuki.
Yeah, Wakatsuki. I totally blanked out there. I almost said Kurobayashi again. Just Kurobayashi on the mind.
So Hikaru Ota had a 60-point increase in his OPS from 2022 to 2023. So guy's improving. This is only his 6th pro season. And he's now the starting catcher for these Eagles. Critical piece of the team. 1-1 on the way from Hirano. Inside with a fastball. 2-1 the count. I have to wonder who else is chasing membership in the Golden Players Club. With like 2,000 hits or something like that. I wish there was a page I could look that up and just see who's close.
We could do a little research and put it in the next podcast.
That's a great idea, Jimbo. I will hold you to that. Hirano, cursory check-in on Tatsumi. Last thing you want to be as the game-tying run is to get picked off on the base paths. Kobukata and then Ogo. On deck and in the hole. Eagles fans giving it their all. Fastball well inside for ball 3. At what point do you start looking at Suichiro Yamazaki or Yuki Utagawa to mop up here? Hirano looks tired.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean,
I can relate.
40 years old. Yeah, I'd be tired too. Hit on the ground, outside of the reach of Kurebayashi. A run will score. Hikaru Ota, 1 at bat, 1 hit, 1 RBI. 2-1. Buffaloes over Eagles. Tatsumi advances to second.
So obviously not ideal by any stretch of the imagination. They are still not out of the woods yet, or not still. There is still a chance the Buffaloes can win here. With 2 men on, you just got to get it to one of the bases. Or 2. I think we're only 1 away still.
Yep. Wakatsuki and Hirano having a confab. I mean, you have to think, closer should not have nerves, but maybe getting stuck at 250 is weighing on him a little bit. Hiroto Kobukata, 1 for 3 today. Popped out to the catcher, flew out to right, and got a single. Back in the 7th. Runners at first and second. Tying run at second. Go-ahead run at first. Nice splitter in for a strike. It has to feel so good for a cheering section when your energy is rewarded by a timely hit.
For sure.
1-1 the count. And yes, Seibert, that is correct. He hasn't pitched in a few weeks.
Still, you think being such a veteran, such a layoff shouldn't be that much of an issue, but I guess we'll see.
May have also been the Buffaloes haven't needed too many save situations. Lined into right, caught on the fly by Nakagawa, 2 down.
Great jump by Nakagawa there, getting in on that early. That could have easily been a hit if he wasn't positioned so well.
Yeah, no kidding. Great jump. Yuya Ogo. 2 down, runners at first and second. 1 for 3 so far. Both outs have been allowed ones to the outfield. I'm hoping all right, so here's a thought. Are the Buffaloes going to draw on the outfield again to try and cut down the runner at the plate like they usually do in these situations, considering it just worked last time? I don't think Nakagawa gets to that ball if he's in his usual depth.
That's true. And it's probably risk reward too. I mean, if he gets a hit, that's probably going to lead to an RBI anyway. So I might as well really try to cut down on that possibility.
And the last thing you want to do is walk Ogo to deal with Murabayashi or worse, Asamura. Saito looking on, hoping he can still claim that W. 25th pitch of the night coming up for Hirano.
Way down and inside for ball number 2.
Brief look at the hero interview podium. I mean, at this point, I gotta give my nod to Saito. He pitched an absolute gem and only his 3rd career NPB start.
Yeah, actually, absolutely. 2-1 delivery on the way here.
2-0.
That's also a thing.
As we creep towards 3 a.m.
As we're hitting 3 a.m. 3 is on my mind. Is a big strike on the outside there. 2-1. So, yeah, it was just being prophetic. Oh.
Production staff, can we get full screen again, please? Thank you
Thank
much.
you.
2-1 on the way. Splitter in the dirt, count as 3-1. Fans are trying to will their closer to 1 more out. 2 more strikes or something in the air. Eagles' lips have got to be going numb. Kiyomi Matic is right. Twice through the order, plus 2 extra batters.
Just on the
And
outside. for ball
Hirano
number
walks
4.
Ogo. Ota to second, Tatsumi to third. Bases loaded, 2 down for Itsuki Murabayashi.
Coming down to the wire here, we actually have more viewers than we have had at any other point in the stream so far, so thank you to everyone just tuning in. As we're coming down to the wire here between the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles and the Oryx Buffaloes.
Tenso! Itsuki Murabayashi, the shortstop. Big opportunity here. Splitter finds the strike zone. Strike 1. Speaking of arms feeling like a noodle, 30th pitch of the night coming up for Hirano.
That's brutal. And almost, Hindsight's 2020, but it does make you wonder why they didn't just leave Machado in at that point. But 0-1 delivery on the way coming up here. Oh,
Not
and
in time.
heartbreak as the ball goes over to third baseman, who bobbles it, throws it over to first, not in time, and we are now tied up here in the top of the second. The Oryx faithful are crushed as Mune struggles to get back to his feet. I almost have to wonder if he hurt himself on that.
Which means a no decision for Kyosuke Saito. And no 250th save for Hirano. Oh, look at the kid. He looks heartbroken.
That felt like the equivalent of when you show a little kid crying in the stands after a game. But it's one of the
Bases
players.
are still loaded as Hideto Asamada steps to the plate. First runs allowed by the Buffaloes all game. Tough play. Mune had it. Just no play anywhere except first, and he couldn't make the throw. Fly ball deep to center field. Fukuda tracing it. Are we going to get bonus baseball here in the midnight matinee?
Wouldn't be the first time, but as we come around to the bottom of the ninth, the Eagles have tied it up, and we are all tied out here at 2-2.
Yikes. So that will be coming up for the Buffaloes. Kurabayashi, Mune, and Ryo Ota. Bottom of the ninth. I wasn't planning on staying up extra late tonight, but we'll see.
We never plan on it.
I mean, hey, long weekend here in Canada. Like, I got anything to do tomorrow? The answer is no.
Actually,
No, I do
I'm
not
going
have
to go
anything
see
to do
Apocalypse Now, which is showing in a theater near me.
Shall we do a out-of-town scoreboard update?
Yes, yeah, I'll get on that. Give me just a moment here. Let me check that out. So as we come around to the bottom of the ninth here with our current game and what we got going on elsewhere. At the bottom of the sixth, or top of the seventh, I should say, the Shibalodi Marines are on top 3-1 against the Nippon Ham Fighters. And in the middle of the eighth inning, the Lions are still up 1-0 over the Hawks. Wow, the SoftBank offense being stifled today. I'm just going to go check the stats on that real quick. Takeuchi is just playing well. He was only given up 3 hits, 1 walk, and 4 strikeouts.
That's Nasty Natsuki.
Well,
I'm trying to make him. I'm trying to make that a nickname.
Don't know about that personally. How about the natural Natsuki?
Oh, we were mentioning the Taiwanese Titan earlier. Here he is, Sung Cha Hao out of the Eagles bullpen. 1.84 ERA. Absolutely a phenom again since coming over to the Eagles from Taiwan. Small problem, 5.4 ERA against the Buffaloes so far this season. Kurebayashi again with an interesting walk-up song. You want to know how good Sung Cha Hao has been? For each of the last 3 seasons, his ERA has been under 3. His whip has been under 1.2.
Woof.
It's been a fantastic work for him. Leaping jump by Asamura, not in time. That's into the left field corner. Kurebayashi's thinking extra bases. He will get there without a throw. Standing double for Kotaro Kurebayashi. And the Buffaloes are going to try and pick this one up.
It would be somewhat ironic to have the pitching have been so good all game to only collapse at the end, and then have the offense, which is sputtered as of late in the season, save them. That'd be a fun little turnaround there.
And for Mune to come up, having come up short for getting the save, he's got an opportunity here. Runner in scoring position. Mune 1 for 3 today. Sorry, 1 for 2 with a walk. Both teams been skimpy with the walks. Only 2 for the Buffaloes, 1 for the Eagles. And now the Oryx faithful are getting on their
Intense.
horns. Yeah, Cowboy sure is. That's the name of this one. And Mune squares to bunt, or at least fakes it. Mune looking on. Trying to get the signs from manager Satoshi Nakajima. Hikaru Ota acting as field general. Look at the positioning of Suzuki and Asamura. Suzuki in particular, he's known for flying up the first base line for nailing the lead runner on a bunt situation. And that's what Yuma Mune's been asked to do here. Kurebayashi caught kind of far off second base there. Ball 1.
Now there's a lot of tactics going on here. Like you've been saying, the fielders are very positionally oriented, and there's a big mental chess game going on here about how we're going to handle this.
M. Seivert asking what's the other half for Mune, referring to the fact that Yuma Mune is half Japanese, the other half is Guinean. There's a few half Japanese players in the league. Kenta Bright,
Chusei Manami.
Chusei Manami, yeah, absolutely. Luis Okoye, former Eagle.
1-0 delivery coming up here. As Mune gets it down the third base line, though it just
Foul.
foul.
Yee. This is Japanese baseball, folks.
We love that.
Nakajima laying down the signs. Bunt better. I do know that in other Asian leagues, they do have bunt competitions in their All-Star game. I don't think the NPB is among them.
They should do that. That'd be a lot of fun.
Ota, waiting on deck. Yeah, it doesn't get more NPB than this. No, the only be more NPB is if the runner was at first.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Murabayashi peering over Kurebayashi's shoulder. Bunted, foul in the dirt. Now the question is Mune going to try it again, or is he going to give it a swing?
Well, it's very unnecessarily risky, I would say, to try it again. Remember when I was a kid, I bunted on 2 strikes and got fouled, and I was called out, and I was like, "What do you mean? You can't do that."
Karu Ota looking for the signs. Mune squares to bat this time. 1-2 on the way from Sung Chahao. Bounce in the dirt, breaking ball, 2-2. Hey, baseball lover, throw some respect on his name. That is Lars Taylor Tatsuji Nootbaar. And he only is allowed to come over if he and not be treated as a foreign player if he's drafted. So you gotta wait till he's a free agent, I guess.
Draft everyone. Draft Mike Trout.
Draft Shohei Ohtani. 2-2 on the way. Nobody out, runner on second. Mune swings and misses. On strike 3, Sung Chahao picks up a crucial K. Rough finish to the game for Yuma Mune. Oh, he wanted that. Ryo Ota, 2 Ks on the day, and a fielder's choice. First hit of the game could be the one that wins it. Forkball bounced in the dirt. Ball 1. Buffaloes fans trying to will their team. I mentioned before I nicknamed him the Phenom in an old baseball game. He hasn't quite lived up to that potential just yet, but I hold out hope. Hit sharply on the ground, through the infield for a base hit. Runners at the corners with 1 out. That's a little Phenom-like. Even if the launch angle was like minus 45 degrees. Hey, Nat2V, good to see you in the chat. Marwin Gonzalez has not had an at-bat yet today. He came in as a defensive replacement in the 8th.
Oh, when I think Marwin Gonzalez, I usually think of kind of well-hit balls. I mean, now, pop-ups, really. So hopefully he can sack fly and advance that runner from third.
I mean, that's what he's known for once he stopped hearing trash cans.
Whoa.
They have intentionally walked Marwin Gonzalez to load the bases and set up the double play. They want to deal with Kenya Wakatsuki instead.
Ooh, ballsy decision, because Wakatsuki was playing very well today, so let's see how that plays out.
Pinch runner at third now for the Buffaloes is Shogibo. Kenya Wakatsuki 2 for 3 with a run scored and a strikeout today. A walk wins it. Hey, Mike, come on. Everyone's been catching strays tonight. No one is safe. Infield is in. A lot of outfield dirt, though. All it's going to take is Wakatsuki to find pay dirt on one of these pitches from Sung Chahao. 1 out, bases loaded.
Wakatsuki generally not known for his offense, but he's got 2 hits today, just 2 more than I have, so I have no reason not to believe in him.
Holy smokes, someone watching from Abu Dhabi. That's got to be the furthest from North America we've seen.
Yeah, definitely up there.
Popped up.
Oh,
On the infield, though, Kobukata makes the play. We are 1 out away from free baseball. Shuhei Fukuda now. 2 out, a hit needs to happen. Bach would be all different kinds of hilarious baseball lover. Yikes. Fukuda, 1 for 4. Scored the game's first run. That's flared out of play, opposite field. To all 97 of you watching this high drama, yeesh. How are you going to go to bed tonight?
Oh, I'll have no trouble sleeping tonight, I'll tell you that much.
3:15 here in Eastern Time Zone. Oh my goodness, Fukuda's really choking up on that bat. 0-1 on the way from Sung. Lined over the head of Asabuda, but foul!
Oh, no.
Oh, jeez! Last time we had the Buffaloes on the Midnight Matinee at Kyocera Dome, it was Keita Nakagawa walking it off in extras with a hit very much like that. That must have been very close.
Yeah, I want to see how close that was.
We're not going to see a replay, are we?
Nope.
Dang. 0-2 on the way from Sung Chahao. Fukuda not going down without a fight. If he can choke up on the bat anymore, I think he'd be holding it to bunt. There's a view. Shogibo standing at third. Thank you, M. Seivert. Appreciate you not using freedom units. American DLC. 0-2 on the way from Sung. Fukuda just scrapping by here.
It's an offensive thing, but I think it's a good strategy, all things considered.
Spoil it until Sung gets frustrated. Then again, the Taiwanese Titan does not frustrate easily. And getting out of this bases loaded jam when his Oryx counterpart couldn't speaks to the quality of the Eagles' bullpen. Fukuda waits. Sung, 0-2 on the way. Fly ball to left. It should be playable. Reaching up and making the grab is Kazuki Tanaka. We are headed 2 extras. Well then. Yes, we are entering the sickos baseball. No ghost runner. We play 3 more innings if we need them, and then we call it a tie. We have never had a tie on a midnight matinee or on a baseball for breakfast, right, Jimbo?
I feel like, sometimes I conflate games I've just watched casually and games that I called, but I've definitely seen ties happen. So, it's not impossible.
I've never been in person to watch a tie. I mean, I was joking. I think it was 2021's Japan series where Game 7 went into extras, and I was joking, what if this game gets tied and we go to Game 8?
Do they go to Game 8, or would they just bite the bullet and just keep going extra?
I think that given there was a mid-pandemic, I think they still had a curfew on, and we're gonna go to call it a tie. There was a tie in 2022's game, or Japan series.
ピッチャー、日高としたに変えまして、井口。5番、ショートストップ、イボ・ショー。バファローズのピッチャーは、背番号58、井口和友。以上に変わります。
There you see the scoreboard. We got 3 more innings of this at most. New pitcher into the game for the Buffaloes will be Iguchi. Kazutomo Iguchi, 30-year-old, formerly of the Hokkaido Nipponham Fighters. Joined the Buffaloes as a developmental contract and then registered. Had a bit of a struggle in his final 2 seasons with the Fighters, but in 2022, or in 2021, in 43 appearances, 1.86 ERA. So he's got the stuff. A whole bunch of high school kids texting their parents, sorry, I won't be able to come home for dinner. Shogibo taking over at shortstop for Kotaro Kurebayashi. He was pinch run for.
Oh yeah, I think that is everyone texting people being like, yeah, extras, sorry.
Gomen nasai. Quick out-of-town scoreboard update. The Fighters are starting to make a comeback. It's 3-2. Bottom of the 7th. Marines have a man on. Takashi Ogino at the plate. SoftBank down to the bottom of the 9th. Against the Saitama Seibu Lions. Natsuki Takeuchi going for the complete game. He's thrown 100 pitches. But only allowed 4 hits. Also in today's game, Yuki Nomura of the Fighters getting his first home run of the season. That made it a 3-2 game in the top of the 7th. Why is Hiromi Ito up at 127 pitches? Why is he still pitching? I like this Valpix. Koshien maxing. And Pebble, we talked about Takayuki Kishi having an arm of rubber. 147 pitches in the Japan series for a complete game shutout. See if Takeuchi needs that many to wrap up the bottom of the 9th. At least you fess up to it, Valpix. At least you fess up to it. Shimauchi at the plate. Strike 1 sails past. Shimauchi's had a rough day at the plate. 1 for 4 with a reverse K strikeout looking against today's starting pitcher, Kyosuke Saito. Hit on the ground to second. Gonzalez on to first, 1 away. Kazutomo Iguchi is an interesting case. His Wikipedia page says that he tends to have a slow start in April and May, but starts to improve around June. Primary pitches, fastball, and a vertical slider. Occasionally also throws a fork, a curveball, and a cutter. There's that curveball. Strike one. Daichi Suzuki, 2 for 4. One of the runs that scored in that top of the ninth that forced us into extra innings. Fastball sails in, ball one. You have to wonder how many players are left on the bench for these two clubs. 1-1 on the way. Fastball high in pretty much the same spot, 2-1. Sent foul. Count is even at 2s. Quick out-of-town scoreboard update. Natsuki Takeuchi has been relieved. Albert Abreu into the game to handle the bottom of the ninth. Daichi Suzuki looking at a 2-2 count. Iguchi winds and fires. To Mune. Easy throw to first. 2 down. Put up a 0, turn it over quickly. It would be the goal here.
6番レフトフィーダー背番号25田中和樹
Kazuki Tanaka entered the game as a pinch runner for Takedo Kajima. He was erased on a fielder's choice when they failed to turn a double play in the top of the ninth. One for 15, limited appearances. Chopped up towards first base, taken by Ota and tagged unassisted. Nice pitching indeed. Iguchi puts up a 0. Heart of the order, Watanabe, Nakagawa, Mori. And remember what I said about guys on their bobblehead days. Well, at least the fans are bopping along. It'll be interesting to see if Sung Cha Hao gets another inning of work here. I am sleeping until noon tomorrow. That sounded like a new pitcher entering the game, but till I get a jersey number, I can't see anything. Tomohito Sakai into this one. Former member of the Chiba Lotte Marines from 2017 to 2019. Joined the Eagles as compensation for the Marines signing away Manabu Mima. Last season was a sterling one for him, 2.98 ERA in 47 appearances, 20 holds.
10回裏、バファローズの攻撃は2番レフトフィーダー背番号0渡辺春人
Haruto Watanabe getting his first at-bat, relieving Ryoma Nishikawa. Watanabe, a fourth-round selection in 2021 for the Buffaloes, joined the team in 2022. Known as a speedster, but in limited playtime has 3 stolen bases in his career. Still trying to get his feet under him at the NPB level. Watanabe sends this to left. Drifting over is Tanaka. 1 down.
3番ライトフィーダー
Nakagawa Keita had the extra innings walk-off hit in the last midnight matinee we had here at this ballpark. Sakai. Come set. Change up. Nice pitch there. Sakai's known as primarily a fastball slider guy, but he'll mix in a forked ball every so often. There's a slider on the ground. Long throw for Murabayashi, 2 down. "90 people watching. Clearly y'all are on holiday weekend too."
Either that or they just love baseball. Probably both.
Give the people more! Now would be one heck of a time for Tomoya Mori to hit his first home run of the season.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
RBI sac fly, otherwise an 0 for day. That was a home run cut over a forkball. Mike Sylvanus. "No holiday, just a sicko. This is officially sicko baseball." 0-1 on the way from Sakai. Another big cut on a breaking ball. 0-2. Sakai comes set. 0-2 on the way. Bounced into the dirt. Mori avoids biting.
The thing about Mori is that his swings always look desperate. It's just when they connect, they are fantastic.
I mean, if you're going through hell, keep going. One-two on the way from Tomohito Sakai. Eagles and Buffaloes knotted at 2s in the 10th inning. Our first of 3 extra frames. Holds off the slider, 2-2. To those of you joining in from Europe, hello and good morning. Lucky you. Two on the way. Mori waits. On the ground, up the middle. Kobukata can't reach it. He's aboard. The inning continues for the Buffaloes.
Buffalo
Hiroto Kobukata was shifted and could not reach that one in time. I just have to give respect to that kind of an intro for Shogibo. Gotta love it when the O and Don have a special theme just for your light-hitting utility infielder, which is who Shogibo is. Converted pitcher, even, from high school.
Really?
Batting six, put up a 623 OPS last season. He's lining this to center field. That will fall for a base hit. Tomoyamori's going to try and go first to third. He will get there without a throw. Shogibo! And now the Buffaloes have runners at the corners with 2 down here in the 10th. Yuma Mune with another chance to walk it
running
off.
faster than you've ever seen him run in his life.
No kidding. Tomoyamori chugging along there. I'll say this, the base running has been on point for both clubs tonight. This almost sounds like the Bring Bang Bang Bong song that's been
I love
plowing
that
through Japan on TikTok.
It's
Who's
plays
gonna be
a
the first
lot of
Japanese-
box games.
Who's going to be the first NPB player to have that as their walk-up song? Never mind. Who's going to be the first MLB player to have him that as his walk-up song?
Some weeb. There's got to be some anime nerd baseball player.
Okay, you'd appreciate that. Someone coined the term, instead of francophile, weeb, spelled O-U-I-B.
Oh god, that's
And the
awful.
plural is weeaboo,
Oh god.
with an X at the end.
Oh, that's terrible.
Sakai, runners at the corners, Mune watches a sinker for ball 1.
Chris, now that we're in extras, can I speak French? Oh, we just passed 100 viewers. Perfect time for me to speak French and get that number back down to double digits.
As it is reaching closer to 4 in the morning. We've only had a handful of games reach that esteemed milestone, including Fighters versus Eagles at Escon Field, Hokkaido. Last year to start the Midnight Matinee campaign. And our first game of the season this year, because the Marines don't know how to schedule a 1 p.m. Japan time start. To my eternal chagrin, they had one this whole season, and we couldn't schedule it. 1-1 on the way to Yumamune with runners at the corners. Lined up the middle. Diving play by Kumukata, can't come up with it. Sweet dreams, everyone! Yumamune makes the Buffaloes winners 3-2 in 10 innings.
Fantastic game. Wonderful to see this end here. And if you had fun, because I know I did, please join us for our next game on July 14th. Same time, same channel, midnight, where we are going to have the Tohoku Rakuten Golden Eagles taking on the Saitama Seibu Lions. Now I'm just going to flip it over to you, Gabe, to see the people off.
My goodness, what a finish. This is the second Midnight Matinee at Kyocera Dome, Osaka that is finished in a walk-off single. This time it's Yumamune, the third baseman human highlight reel, getting the sayonara single and sending us all to our beds happy, tired, but happy. On behalf of our Japanese production team, Mike in absentia, Jimbo, and myself, thank you all for joining us. We're going to stick around for the hero interview. Take care. We'll see you next time.
And remember to like, comment, subscribe, check out the podcast, our highlight videos, and sign up for Pacific League TV to watch all the games on your own time. Take care.
放送席、今日も選手会プロデュースデーということで、今日は高橋瑠衣ちゃんにヒーローインタビュー務めていただきます。ではよろしくお願いいたします。
今日のヒーローはお二人です。宗佑馬選手、井口和智選手です。ではまず井口投手に伺います。移籍後初勝利おめでとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
ウイニングボール持ってますか？
はい。
見せてください。誰にあげますか？
両親に渡します。
同点の場面でマウンドに上がりました。どんな気持ちで上がりましたか？
そうですね。みんながつないだ試合ですし、僕自身はもう本当になんか毎試合今日が最後のつもりで投げてるんで、今日もはいもう一球一球死ぬ気で投げました。
自身のピッチングを振り返っていかがですか？
はい、もうどんどん突っ込むしかなかったんで、自分のできることはやったかなと思います。
宗選手が決めてくれましたね。
はい。
何か一言ありますか？
はい、宗のことが大好きなので、一緒に、ヒーローインタビューできて嬉しいです。
今の一番の楽しみは何ですか
？1週間頑張って休み前を迎えることです。
人生の中でのヒーローは誰ですか？
人生のヒーローこれから頑張って自分がヒーローになります。
井口投手、ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。
続いて宗佑馬選手です。9回裏、悔しい場面もあったと思います。そこでサヨナラを決めました。今のお気持ちはいかがですか？
いやもう9回ね、言われちゃいましたけど、やっちゃったなと思いながら、でも次井口さんがピッチャーになった時に、鈴木大地選手のいい当たりを、しっかりアウトにできたので、まだ流れは切れてないと思って、死ぬ気で行きました。
その時の打った感触はいかがでしたか？
いや、えげつないだけだったかなと思いますね。はい。
監督とも熱く抱き合っていましたね。
はい、抱き合いました。
今日発表されましたオリヒゲデ投票第2位に選ばれました。オリメンに選ばれダブル受賞しました。今のお気持ちいかがですか？
ごめん、ちょっともう一回見せてもらっていい？織姫と僕2位なんですか？イエーイ。
今日発表されました。
わかりました。
生まれ変わるなら何になりたいですか？
すごい難しいですね。この時代じゃないってことですもんね。この時代ってことですか？何でもいいですか？何でもいいですか？じゃあタンポポが猫でね。
今一番会いたい人は誰ですか？
ママですかね。
最後、応援してくれているファンの皆様に一言お願いします。
はい、今日も最後まで応援ありがとうございました。こういう苦しい展開を、過去3年間ものにしてきた結果、優勝していると思うので、今日の勝ちはすごく大きかったと思います。これからも、最後まで球場を帰らずにこういう展開あるので、絶対残ってください。何があるかわからないんで、それまでに勝ちきれるように僕らも頑張るので、これからも熱い声援よろしくお願いします。今日はありがとうございました。
今日のヒーローはお二人でした。宗佑磨選手、井口和智投手でした。ありがとうございました。
高橋瑠衣ちゃん、ありがとうございました。放送席どうぞ。
さあ、それでは皆さん、今日のヒーローと、そしてインタビュアーのルイさんと一緒にマウンドを踏んで、このサヨナラ勝利の部分を全員で分かち合いましょう。もちろん今シーズンのキャッチフレーズ、オリフォーで全員で合わせますよ。皆さん、マウンド準備は OK ですか？さあ、それでは行きましょう。せーの、オリフォー。
それではピックアップ選手です。今日のピックアップ選手は小田島清流投手です。よろしくお願いいたします。
お願いします。
6回裏、ツーアウト1塁の場面での登板でした。どんなお気持ちでしたか？
はい、